serving faculty member.
Yes, I never say oldest. Never ever
oldest.
say oldest. I always say longest serving. Right,
So
right.
how has your time been at DSU? Let's reflect on that a little bit.
Okay, sure. Well, I came. I was young. I was in my 20s. I had one baby.
You said just don't talk about being old. And
Yeah, now I'm talking about being young. Exactly. No, I fell in love with Dickinson from actually the first week. I came home and told my husband, this is when I want to live the rest of my life. And we've raised 3 kids here, and I love, people ask me all the time, what about this new generation, Gen Z? They must be hard to teach, right? You guys are amazing. I'm having the best time. I love Generation Z. They're curious, they're involved, they're happy. I love you guys. Every class that I walk into is a gift.
We had, Emma and I had the opportunity to be in Dr. Dragson's study tour class last semester, right? That was?
Yep.
And we got to play in the Leadership Rising Conference, which Scott was a part of as well. And so, Dr. Dragson, were you proud of that conference?
I was so proud of that conference. We had, we filled the house. We had 220 tickets. They were free and sold out. Scott was a big part of that. He was one of our speakers, and we're looking forward to doing it again.
Round two of the conference.
We're doing round 2 of the conference. These 2 were a part of that. And when I came in, I told that class, hey, you know what? Instead of going to a conference, this is a conference class, we're going to build a conference from scratch. And you 2 were a big part of that. So they looked at me like, this woman is nuts.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I thought on the first day of class.
I was
something
a
I've
little
known
bit
for a
scared.
long time.
Yeah. But no, it was great. We're looking forward to doing it again. Look forward in April. It's called the Leadership Rising Conference, and it's sponsored by my sponsor, Baker Boy. So I'm the Baker Boy Professor of Leadership, and Baker Boy is the sponsor for that.
You are the Baker Boy Professor.
Yeah.
That is a cool title.
Yeah, you work a lot with Baker Boy.
I work a lot with Baker Boy. My students call me Dr. Donut.
Dr. Donut.
That's all
I
right.
like Dr. Donut.
I will take that title.
Yeah, that's a
Dr.
fun
Donut.
title.
Yeah.
And Scott, you got to be a part of Leadership Rising too.
Yeah.
Did you had a good time?
Yes. I think leadership is probably one of the most important skills that can be taught or should be taught in schools, because if there's anything we see, and we see it in today's world, it's a true lack of leadership and people that really care about people.
Yeah, for sure. You were also the former TRHLP director, Dr. Dragson.
Yes, I was.
Emma and I are a part of that program as well. You miss that program?
I do miss that program. We are looking at 40 new freshmen came in this fall
Yeah, 40
to the
freshmen.
Theodore Roosevelt Honors Leadership Program. If you're a high school kid or know a high school kid that might be interested in the program, it's an awesome scholarship.
Yeah.
It's a great group of students.
Great
from
community. All my friends are in the TR
community.
program.
Community
That's
is
awesome.
the best word,
Yep.
and it crosses disciplines. So you'll have an accounting major, you have a science major, nursing major. So it's a great program. We're so proud of it at
Yeah,
Dickinson State.
I think it's a great opportunity coming from so far away. I got to make friends almost immediately.
Right.
And they're about 2 booths away from us. They're actually at the tailgate this week, which is super exciting.
I can see our student assistant director, Griffin Obergewich, from here. Fun fact about Griffin and our other student assistant director, Natalie Lyle, they are both on homecoming courts,
Yes.
which is pretty exciting.
We hope they
Also, Parker Buckley, part of our TR program, on the homecoming court. Anyone else? I think that's all.
I think that's it.
That's it.
Really, definitely leaders on campus. So Scott talks about leadership. Come into Dickinson State as a scholar, as a freshman, whether you're in the TR program or not. We will put you in a leadership role, and
Right.
at 18 years old, we'll get you started on a path to success at
Yep.
Dickinson State. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Very
speaking
cool.
about Scott, you graduated from DSU.
Yes.
What year again?
1988.
So, did you enjoy the small college feel when you
I
were
love
here?
the small college feel. I did go 1 year to the school on the eastern side of the state when I changed my major, but I straightened myself out and then came to DSU and enjoyed every minute here.
Yeah, and we're at the football game right now. Did you attend a lot of the sporting events?
Yes, I attended all of them, and I was a very devout cheerleader. We had quite a relationship with the football team and between the football team and the basketball team that year. We followed each other on the road all the time.
Well, that's super cool.
Scott, you played on the basketball team, correct?
Yep.
How was that experience?
It was the best. There's one thing about sports, and I did a talk about this recently. It teaches you so much about leadership because you have to treat each person as an individual. We had teammates from every different kind of state, every different kind of upbringing, different coaches, and you got to meld them all to make a team. And it's really, really difficult to do. But we pulled it off, and we won the conference in '88, and it was just one of the greatest life lessons I've ever had.
Awesome.
And do you have a favorite memory from your time here at DSU?
Oh man, there's so many. I think one of the best ones and one of the worst ones is when we beat Mayville to win the conference championship, and then we were riding the bus ride home, and I hit my head on the luggage rack and had a concussion and was in the hospital.
On the bus.
wow.
On the
not
bus.
in the game,
I was-
not on the court,
Nope,
on the bus.
Nope,
On the
I was
bus.
carrying-
Way to go.
I was carrying Pop, and the bus driver hit the brakes, and I went back, and I went down, and I was out cold.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Yeah, Pat Blake saw me last night or yesterday afternoon, and I said, he goes, I haven't seen you since you were laying on the floor at the bus after Mayville.
At least it was after conference.
Yeah, it was after.
Yeah,
No, it was great.
So
and then I
you
spent
won. You had a little bit of a break. to
I had a
recover
couple
from-
weeks in bed. Yeah, it was a bad one,
Wow.
but then
Wow.
came back. Yeah, it was great.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's a story, you know.
That's a great story.
Good story from DSU.
Yeah,
You are also the co-founder of Lids.
Hat World, which
Hat
became
World,
Lids.
Which became Lids. My dad's favorite store of all time.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you.
He did come up with this question, actually.
Yeah.
He wanted me to ask you, what's your favorite hat you've ever seen in stores?
Well, I go with the number one selling hat, which is the on-field Yankees hat. You know, as far as sales go, my favorite hat we ever did was I did a special DSU hat for when we had a store in Bismarck, and I put it in Minot just to rub it in Beaver Tech's face also. Oh, is that Beaver Tech?
Fair
I mean,
enough.
Minot's
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Beaver Tech's what we used to call them. Yeah.
The Beavers. They're Minot State
Yeah,
University.
we
State
called them Beaver
Beavers.
Tech.
Minot
'cause they
State
were
Beavers.
next to
Wow.
it.
Terrible mascot. Almost as bad as the lesser DSU.
The lesser
Their mascot
DSU.
is the Trojans, so
Yeah,
that's
that's-
bad
Ooh,
too.
that
We're
is
just good as
pretty
Blue
bad.
We're
Hawks.
just better
We're
all the way
great.
around.
We're just
Absolutely.
wonderful. I
Who
like the
doesn't
cards.
want to be a Blue Hawk? Like, that is
Right?
a cool mascot, a Blue Hawk. And our mascot's named Buster. Buster the Blue Hawk. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Way better than a Trojan, way better than a Beaver, way better than a Comet, way better than a Viking, way better than all
A
those.
Jimmy.
A Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jimmy, a marauder.
Oh, that's you, Mary, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so did you guys get to see Hawk Walk happen?
Yeah.
Yes.
How did you feel about Hawk Walk? Do you like Hawk Walk?
It's awesome. I've been to a lot of college football games in my career, and that's as good as any. Even I've seen at Ole Miss, which is the walk through the Grove. It's phenomenal the way the community gets behind, and it was just an awesome experience.
Dr. Drexeth?
Yeah, so much pride, and watching my students walk by, 'cause many of them have been in my classes, and it just, you kind of tear up a little bit. There's just so much pride in this school, and certainly all our alums. I could look out at the crowd, and there's one of my students. There's one of it's such a great weekend. I could not imagine. I wouldn't be in Hawaii. I wouldn't be in Florida. I wouldn't be anywhere but right here. This is the best place to be
And
today.
you were
I am a little cold. I could use another jacket. Hawaii might be nice right now because I am cold.
But you were also the first honorary captain ever at DSU, correct?
I was, and they started the honorary captain program about 5 years ago.
Oh, wow.
I was the first honorary captain. So
Love that.
we beat Wisconsin lacrosse, which was a division above us. We won that game that day, and that again was a really great day. One of my favorite days on campus.
Yeah.
And it was voted by the students, by the athletes, to be the first honorary captain. So a lot of pride in that.
She's
Yeah.
got a big picture of it hanging in
Yeah.
her office.
Dr.
Yeah.
Drexeth has a big, beautiful picture in her office with words of encouragement underneath it. It's a really cool picture.
Absolutely. Everybody who's listening, come and visit me. I have the
Yes.
best office on campus.
Yes, she does. She has really cool wallpaper in her office. I just love Dr. Drexeth's office. It's so warm and cozy. I'm in there often, actually, visiting with Dr. Drexeth. I go to the TR office, visit in the TR office with Griffin and Natalie, and then I walk across the hall and I go see Dr. Drexeth, and then I walk down a little bit further and I go see Steph Osborne, and I
Right.
visit everyone.
Right. But it's that kind of campus, right? And I'm sure, Scott, even from when you were here, you could walk up to any of your faculty members. We know your name. We know
Yep.
who you are. We care about you. It's just really that kind of campus, and that's what's kept me here for 35 years, 36 years.
I
For sure.
I listen to my sister talk to me, and she goes to Iowa State University, and she's like, I don't even know my professor's name.
Right.
And I'm like, how?
Right. Right.
You don't like talk to them after class?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So
I teach at a small school, Butler University, too, and I make sure I put out memory cards just so I can, I'm old, so I got to figure out everybody's name.
Yeah. All right, should we move on to our picks for the week?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So, how this works, have you ever seen ESPN Game Day?
What's that? Who, what?
Have you ever seen ESPN Game Day?
ESPN
Oh, yeah, Game Day. I'm sorry.
yeah.
Deaf in one ear.
It's like
You're
that.
talking
It's
about
like
different-
that.
Yep.
So, we're going to give you the records, and you have them on your paper,
Yep.
too. And then we're all going to go down the line and pick.
Dr. Dregseth actually has notes here about the game. She's very excited. Did you get to talk to Coach Pete Stanton last night?
I did. I talked to a couple of the assistant coaches last night and I got some inside information about the game. If we win, I think this will be our 502nd game. that we've won.
502nd game that we've
Yeah,
won.
we have
That
an
up.
8 against Mayville. We have an 18-game winning streak.
Oh, awesome.
How about that, And also, interesting little tidbit about Mayville, they use 3 quarterbacks.
Three?
3, trade them in
Like,
and out. Well, I guess
all
none of them
through
are
the
good
game?
enough. They have to just,
I mean, we
what's with
we
that?
have 3 quarterbacks.
But they rotate
We have
the, yeah.
we have Will Madler, we have Jace Freeze, and we have Carson Hunter.
Right, and then we've run through, but
Yeah.
they do as well. So yeah,
You know, one thing that I didn't know about Will Madler, he also punts the football.
yes, he does.
He
Yep.
throws the football and he punts the football, which I think is very cool.
And I remember recruiting Will,
You do?
and yep, we took him out to El Sam for dinner. So
Oh, of
yeah,
course,
El
El
Sam.
Sam.
special place.
Oh, we love Elsa.
We see Dr. Dregseth at El Sam quite a bit.
all the time. Emma and I eat there about twice a week.
Not on purpose,
They
it
know
just
us.
happens.
Every time we walk in, they know us now. It's great.
We sit down. Yesterday we went with Cheyenne's parents and a whole bunch of friends, and the lady recognized us from the night before because one of our dear friends had visitors in town, so we went 2 nights in a row this week. Oops.
Oops.
Yeah. Well, it's okay. I get a P5. That's my go-to order.
P5. P5
P5
is the official menu item of the El Sombrero restaurant.
Yes.
The cool thing about El Sam, and they aren't paying us to advertise, but the cool thing about them is they get you your food almost before you order it.
Yes.
Love that.
They're very quick.
Ooh, we have 2 minutes left. Our picks.
2
Oh, we
minutes.
should get to our
Hako.
picks. Okay.
Do they still play Hako? 2 minutes of Hako that they used to in the basketball game?
So we have Dakota State, who's 4-2, versus Jamestown, who's 0-6. Who are we taking?
Oh, Dakota State.
I gotta go with the lesser DSU. I have a
Yeah,
little
of
bit
course.
of pride
She's
left in my
biased.
school.
She's
yeah.
biased.
Lesser DSU as well.
I'm also going with the lesser DSU because what is a Jimmy?
Yes. We have Rocky, who's 1-5, versus Montana Western, who's 4-1.
Western.
Western.
Yep, I'm going Montana Western as well.
Okay. Carroll is 4-1, and they're playing Eastern Oregon, 3-3.
Ooh.
I'm going with Oregon.
Okay.
Me too,
Yeah.
just
You know
because
what?
I don't like Carroll. So, you know.
I'm also going with Oregon.
Yeah, we've thrown a couple frontier schools in here because that's where we're going next year. But Montana Tech is playing Simpson, which I found out was in California last night.
yeah, I'm like, no.
So I'm taking Tech.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
also taking Tech.
Yeah, yeah.
And then finally we have the score prediction for the DSU game.
I'm ready.
I'm going 31-0. Us.
I'm going 48-7 because we'll be up by 41, and then we'll let everybody else play and let them score to make. I mean,
Okay. Okay.
let
I
them
like
feel
that.
good about themselves. You don't want to send them out on a.
Again, I did
Zero,
a
no.
little snooping around, gathering some information last night at the banquet, and I'm going 38-9.
You know
For
what?
DSU.
9. Look at
There
the
you
9.
go. I am going to go similar to when we beat them last time, which we won 38 to. Oh no, that was last week. I actually don't know what the score was the last time. It's not written down on my cheat sheet. But I'm going to go with like 38 because that's what we scored last week. Oh, I'm going 0.
38-0.
38-0.
All right.
Okay.
And we also had volleyball who beat Mayville this week in a clean sweep 3-0. And then we have one final question we ask everybody on Hawk Talk. What does DSU mean to you?
Well, the memories and everything, but the biggest thing I tell kids is, especially about going to DSU, when they ask me this question, is they put me on the right path and prepared me for a life. Leaving Dickinson, and except they didn't prepare me for the first toll booth in Chicago that I saw. I didn't know how to navigate that. But other than that, they prepared me for life and hard work and a good education, and away we go.
Dr. Dregseth?
I look at what Emma said, like family, community. I was at the tailgate 2 weeks ago, and I had a former student come up to me, who was in my class in 1990, introduced me to his wife and said, this is the woman that got me through college. Because when he transferred here from Jamestown, I looked at his transcript and I'm like, you're going to be my project. And I graduated from Dickinson State, proud alum. And to me, it's those many decades of pride and helping and working with students.
That's awesome.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Drexel. Thank you, Scott, for
Yep.
being here.
You're
Hawk
welcome.
fans, happy homecoming. And as always, Hawks are up.
Hawks are up.
Hawks are up.
Hawks are up.
Education. Together they have been active in education, politics, and community service, including founding Hope's Landing, a nonprofit for individuals in recovery. The Wardners have earned many accolades for their efforts in both the public and private sectors. Please give Richard and Kayleen a big Blue Hawk round of applause for being today's Dickinson State University Heritage Foundation honorary captain.
All right, thank you very much, Tristan Sturr. Welcome back, everyone, to the back on a beautiful homecoming Saturday afternoon for Dickinson State. And man, looking in the stands, going by the suites, it is a big crowd. The tailgate was, again, unbelievable this afternoon, and I'm not quite sure. I'm going to have my meteorologist, Jim Dowell, pull up what the game time temperature is. We got the fire truck over there, the great big American flag standing almost straight out. So I suspect our winds are probably in that 15, 25 mile per hour range. It looks like straight west, so it's more of a crosswind. And the big back stadium blocking that out pretty good. But both teams out there getting set for the coin flip. And JD, let's talk a little bit about today's matchup. Second meeting of the year, always interesting when you play somebody twice. Mayville so much improved from last year.
And of course, this year, Mayville State lost their starting quarterback, Tim Salmon, early in the year. So they've gone with a freshman at quarterback in Dylan Lamont, and they've really kind of turned from a 50-50 offense to more of a run-heavy offense. They want to control the football, kind of limit the possessions, and kind of get those 10, 12, 14-play drives and keep the Blue Hawk offense on the sideline. They've had success so far this year in doing that, as they come in at 4-2, as the Blue Hawks will get the football to start the ball game, as the Comets will kick to the south and Dickinson State will move to the north. But again, Mayville State more of a run offense, really struggling with the passing department, averaging close to 150 rushing yards per game, and they've had great success in running the football. But the Blue Hawks will come out. They've got a little more balanced as the season's gone along. The last couple of weeks have got the running game going. A couple of weeks ago against Valley City State with that 50 and 60 mile per hour winds, I really got the running game going, as Braden Zuroff had his first 100-yard rushing game a couple of weeks ago against Valley City State. Again, had a good running game last week at Dakota State. So Dickinson State would like to keep that up, a little more balanced. And, of course, on defense, Dickinson State going to concentrate on the run game. But the second you take a step up and try and load the box, that's when Mayville State may throw the football. They only throw it about a half a dozen, maybe 10 times per ball game. But like Coach Stanton said in the pregame show, they'll maybe only throw it 4 times, but 3 of them be for touchdowns, as you catch the defense on their heels.
Well, I tell you what, we'll see 3 quarterbacks today. They'll look like running backs, but they'll be quarterbacks. We'll see Lamont, Norton, and the guy that leads them in rushing, Jack Simmers, the freshman out of Grand Forks Central High School. Jim alluded to it. We will see the ball on the ground a lot, although I visited with Rocky Larson before the game. He was up in the press box, and he said, we might have a few surprises today, so let's wait and see what happens. There's the kick. Mayville State, it'll sail into the end zone, and Dickinson State will have it first, and they'll go to work at their own 25-yard line. So just underway. Congrats to all the homecoming award winners, from the Hall of Fame to the Alumni Awards, etc., etc. All jammed into the president's box over there. And we congratulate each and every one of them on this homecoming. A special congrats to the 1999, 2000, 2001 men's basketball team. They're celebrating a reunion also over homecoming weekend. So congrats to all those people. Always great to have them all with us. All right, let's go to work here. Madler will direct the offense. He's had an outstanding year. Zuroff working on an outstanding year, and we're underway with the first play from scrimmage. They put Clark in motion, a little jet sweep. He's going to take it. He's across the 30, cuts to the 31, then pushed back to about the 30. So I think we'll see that go for about an 8-yard pickup. Let's wait and see. They used him a little bit in the rush game last year, so we'll call that a pickup of 6. They're going to give him forward progress to the 31, so that'll bring up a 2nd down and 4 at the 31.
And Dickinson State starting out 2 wide and 2 tight ends as both the tight ends, Caden Houle and Gage Gilbert, in the lineup to start.
Cox on the season, averaging about 125, 26 yards rushing per game. Madler again ready, straight 2-step drop across the middle. He's got a receiver out there. That's the tight end, slap back. That is number 16, Kyle Meineke. And Meineke comes up with the catch. That'll be a 5-yard pickup and a 1st down for Dickinson State.
And exactly what you want to see on your first series. Come out 2 plays, get the 1st down, stay in front of the chains, and get that first down of the game.
So Dickinson State at the 35-yard line, their own 35-yard line. We're just 50 seconds into the ball game. Clark and Stinson will come out wide left. Again, they'll slide Gilbert into the tight end slot fullback type position. Meineke goes out wide to the far side. Right up the middle, Zuroff breaks the tackle at the 40. He's out across the 42 to the 43, maybe 44-yard line. Let's give him a pickup. And as I said, Jim, last week, Braden Zurf started to come to the old Braden Zurf we saw so much last year, and I think a lot of that has to do with the blocking up front.
Well, and 2 weeks ago, he got his first 100-yard game of the season against Valley City State. Of course, he had almost the entire offensive line back, with the exception of a couple of guys up front in that center position where they had an injury. But nonetheless, those guys have started to gel here towards the middle and latter portion of the season.
High snap, and Zuroff gets it, but he's got nowhere to go. That play didn't get going from the get-go because of the high snap. Madler had to go up and get it. Then he had to reach back and get it to Zuroff. And Zuroff was met immediately by a host of comments, and they'll lose a yard on that play.
And the linebackers in Anthony Johnson and Richard Shelton in the backfield right away. And that defensive line did a good job of tying up the offensive line and allowing those linebackers to pursue and get through the hole and stop Zuroff for a minus yard.
Again, Gilbert will go into the slot. They will put Houle tight. They'll put Clark in motion. Madler, 3rd and 3, drops back all kinds of time, gets it to Zuroff, and I think he dove for 1st down yardage. Yes, he did. And it will be a pickup of 3 on the play. Good job of Zuroff recognizing where he was at and getting to the chain and the marker.
And he had to dive to get the football across that 1st down marker and get the 1st down. So a nice job in the passing game for Zuroff.
46-yard line of Dickinson State is where the ball is spotted. 6th play of this drive. We're just underway. 12 and a half left to go, first quarter, on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. I suspect we're in the low 60s. And again, that west wind, almost a straight west wind at about 15 to 25. But a gorgeous October afternoon for college football. We've got it for you right here on Consolidated and KDIX. There's a fire on the sideline, overthrew the receiver. I think Madler upset with himself. He had a man wide open over there. I think that's Meineke again. But he just threw it too far towards the sideline and he couldn't get to it.
And the Blue Hawks that time went with 4 wide, took the tight ends out. Meineke, the lone wide receiver on the right side of the formation, kind of stumbled coming out of the break, and the ball a little too far in front of him to make the catch, and the Hawks will stick with that 4 wide out alignment.
Dickinson State has Zuroff in the backfield at running back. Shotgun formation. Madler sets it. Out of the shotgun, gets the snap. Again, little drop back. Again, they go out to Zuroff. They like to go to Zuroff. He breaks a tackle and dives across midfield and gets down to near the 47, 48-yard line of Mayville State. Well, that will be a pickup of 7 to Zuroff on the play.
Initially, it looked like it was just going to be a short game, but Zuroff put a nice move on the defender and able to get upfield and get to about an extra 4 or 5 yards after the catch.
3rd and 4 at the Mayville State 48-yard line. Into the ball game, Gunlock checks in for Dickinson State and Meineke. Double tight end, Houle and Gilbert. Gilbert will go into that fullback type position. They'll go double fullback position. Don't see this very often. And the running back Zuroff, and they're going to go to Zuroff. He goes straight ahead. He just pushes the file. I'm not sure how far he got, but I think he got enough for first down yard. Maybe a little bit short. I thought he had enough, but they're going to mark it back. He needed 4, and he got 3, so it'll bring up a 4th down and 1, and I'm assuming the Hawks will go for it here.
Offense staying out there, and Mayville State making a bunch of mass changes on the defensive side as the Blue Hawks going for it on this 4th down and a yard at the Comets' 45-yard line.
So 4th down, excuse me. Moving to the north end is Dickinson State. Bright sunshine.
Hawks going to have to hurry up, play clock down to 7.
Trying to get everybody settled. They do again, that power set formation. There's the snap. There's the give. Zuroff straight ahead, and he's easily got first down yardage.
Good job by the right side of that offensive line for Dickinson State. Got a nice hole for Zuroff and easily got the first down at about the 41-yard line. No, they mark him back at the 43, but got enough for a first down.
So pickup of about 2 on the play. 1st and 10 for Dickinson State. Their 3rd first down. Zuroff on the carry. His 4th carry now for a total of 13 yards. That's what the Hawks have just about rushed for, 18 total. Gunlock goes in motion. There's the snap. Dropping back, looking, got some time, scrambles away from it, throws it downfield. He's got the tight end. I believe that's the tight end. Let's check it. Yep. The young man, the 6-man star out of Trenton, North Dakota, Hool, wide open and hauls it in down at the 30-yard line. A pickup of 13.
And a good job by Madler to get away from the pressure. Hool, a big target, just turned and looked right at Madler and hit him right between the 8 and the 7, and another first down for the Hawks as they're down to the 32-yard line.
11th play of this drive for Dickinson State that began back at their own 25. Madler puts Clark in motion. He's been outstanding this season. Back to pass again, looking out in the flat. He's got a man open, and nice cover up by Mayville State prevents a big play. As coming up with the catch, I think, was Meineke, number 16. Yes, it was. So Meineke comes up with the catch, and let's see where they slotted down. 28, that's a 3-yard reception. 4 of 5 now for 18 yards passing for Madler. 2nd and 7 for the Hawks at the 28-yard line of Mayville State.
Well, the advantage Dickinson State has is they've got 2 tight ends that are good in the passing game. So even when they have double tight ends, they still have the opportunity to throw the football.
There goes Zuroff up the middle, breaks a tackle, spins inside the 25, works his way down to the about 23-yard line. So let's give him a pickup of 5 on the play. But Zuroff, who called his name a lot, either catching or running on this drive for Dickinson State.
Well, he's a durable back for Dickinson State. Carried the ball a lot last year in his 1,000-yard rushing game, and he's good in both the run and pass game, as we've seen this afternoon.
He's rushed now for 18 yards on 5 carries, brings up a 3rd and 3. That's been about Zuroff's average on the ground on this drive. Let's see if the Hawks can get it on a 3rd down. Clark goes in motion. There's the handoff again. Zuroff straight ahead. Zuroff powers, and he's going to be close. I think he's going to be a little bit shy of first down. We're going to give him a pickup of 2 on the play. And there's another 4th down call for Pete Stanton and the Blue Hawks.
Well, I suspect they're going to leave the offense out there. If you're going to go for it on 4th and 1 at the 45, you're probably going to go for it on 4th and 1 at the 21.
Yeah, 14th play of this drive for Dickinson State.
And they've already taken 7 minutes off the clock.
That's what you call game control, or time control, game management.
Well, we talked about Mayville State wanting to do that when they're on offense. Now Dickinson State doing it when they've got the football.
Clark in motion, comes right, then left, then back to the right. A lot of movement for Clark. Long count. There's that quick handoff again. Zuroff breaks the tackle. He's on his feet at the 10, the 5. He'll get into the end zone. No flags down. Braden Zuroff scores on homecoming Saturday afternoon, 2024. The talented young man out of New Salem High School goes for 21 yards at 7th carry, 41 yards rushing, a 14-play drive for Dickinson State.
And Mayville State had everybody up at the line of scrimmage, and once he broke through the line of scrimmage, there was nobody at the second level, and easily gets into the end zone for the first score of the ball game with just about 7.5 left to go. So they spent half the first quarter with the football.
Great drive by Dickinson State. PAT attempt is up and good. And the Blue Hawks, with 7:25 left to go in the first quarter, a 14-play, 75-yard drive, and the Hawks lead it 7-0 over Mayville State. Back with the Comets kickoff in 30 seconds.
Your path might start at daybreak, getting everyone in their place. You may step out of bounds or even out on your own. There will be big leaps forward and small steps focused on the grind. No matter what it looks like or where it goes, your path is personal, and that's what makes it powerful. Provera Bank, Insurance and Wealth. Forge your path.
Consuming a lot of time. It took almost 8 minutes off the clock. 7:25 left to go first quarter. 14 plays, 77 yards. Zoroff busted for 21 yards in the PAT by Miller. Good. 7-0 lead. Here's the kickoff by Miller. A low line drive kickoff. It's going to bounce inside the 10. Picked up at the 5. Not a lot of room and running out of bounds inside the 15 is Isaiah Smith. He just simply had nowhere to go and had to pick it up. It was a good kick by Miller. Forced the return man to make a decision.
The kick was way down on the left sideline as the receiver Smith was going to let it bounce and then decided he better pick it up because on the second bounce it bounced more towards the field instead of the out of bounds line and really forced to pick it up and return it and only got out to about the 13-yard line.
The Blue Hawks will go to the work defensively. We'll set them for you momentarily. Let's see if they're going at quarterback to begin the game with Lamont. Looks like it. So Lamont in the backfield. There's the handoff, left side. They're going to go straight ahead and out to about the 13-yard line. There's Brooks Talbert in on the tackle. Let's get the number on the carry that time.
I believe it's Ullman, number 8.
Ullman, okay, will carry it. We'll see him a lot. We'll also see Nebel in that backfield also. So to bring up a 2nd down and 9, a 1-yard pickup. They get it out to the 13-yard line. Hawks again, Dylan Godalgren in there. Matt Anderson had a big week last week. And Wyatt Anderson had a big week, and now we've got a little bit of movement going on. What the heck is going on here? People moving on both sides, the blue and the white. Hawks blue jerseys, gray pants today, gray helmets. Mayville State all white with the blue numerals and white helmets. Offsides. Okay, offsides, Dickinson State.
Well, a break for the Comets because instead of a 2nd down and 9, they're at a 2nd down and 4.
They move the ball out to about the 17-yard line, so we'll call it 2nd down and 4. Back in the ball game for Mayville State. Jack Simmers now. This is a wildcat. They'll put Simmers in the back and they'll switch it around and they'll move people all over. Now Lamont goes back. He'll probably hand it off to Simmers. That's the way the nope, he flips it. And that's that wildcat formation, and no fooling Dickinson State on that play. And there's Talbert again, almost like he's a chaser of the one guy in the backfield. And he was right there again, so no gain that time for Simmers.
Well, Mayville State drifted their defensive line towards the left, and the Blue Hawks shifted as well, and Talbot read the play and easily got into the backfield and got a tackle for a loss for Brooks.
Yeah, that was actually a 1-yard loss, so to bring up a 3rd and 6 at the 17-yard line. Comets move a lot, getting set. Now, again, they have the running back in there. I think Nebel is checked back into the ball game now. So this is almost a straight shotgun set, passing situation. Going to try and set the screen up. Ball tipped up in the air. It'll go incomplete.
The flag down.
Usually a hold or a chop block, it looks like, instead of a hold. But Dennis Reap, our official from the crew. Our official crew is Dennis Reap, referee, then Peterson, Fisher, Doctor, Horner, Meyer, and Dukeshire are the officials. Bismarck man down here. They'll decline the penalty, correct, Jim?
Yep, okay. Chop block. So Dickinson State will decline the penalty, and it'll be a 3 and out for the Comets. So the Blue Hawks able to cover up that offside penalty and will get the football back as Mayville State took just a little over a minute and 45 seconds off the clock.
Dickinson State leading it 7-0. 5:51 remaining to play. Carson Hunter, the Miles City product, back deep to receive. The senior. There's the snap. Bad snap. It's finally picked up. And just getting away from it, they throw it out in the flat. Incomplete, and the Blue Hawks will take over in great field position. It went to number 12 that time. And that is Caden Johnson, the punter, and he dropped it, picked it up, and threw it down. But we do have a flag down, so let's hold on and wait and see. Again, it looks like a legal procedure against Mayville State.
I was thinking either that and an ineligible man downfield.
Okay. Maybe we should give you a white hat. You know, we're short officials, Jim. I mean, we could use you out there.
I have better vision up here than I would on the field. I know what the call is when they throw the flag. I don't know what the call is if I threw the flag myself. But a break for Dickinson State, and a wise decision by the punter, Caden Johnson, to throw the football and try and make a play and force Dickinson State into a situation where they have to score the football instead of giving them 2 points with the safety.
So 1st and 10 for Dickinson State at the Mayville 17-yard line. They lead already. They fake it to Clark, throw it across the outside. They get it in the hands, and there he is. Number 7 got free for Dickinson State, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Darian Brown out of the backfield. So Brown's been effective doing that, and it's a one-play, 17-yard drive for Dickinson State. And Brown with the pass reception from Madler, and Dickinson State leads it 13-0. We're not even 10 minutes into the ball game here on homecoming for the Blue Hawks.
Well, a break for Dickinson State with that bobbled snap and just get a quick score on one play. And Darian Brown out of the backfield scores his first touchdown receiving of the season.
Kick is up, kick is good, and just like that, Dickinson State 14, Mayville State nothing. And we have 5 minutes and 40 seconds remaining to play in the first quarter on the CHI St. Alexius Health scoreboard. One play, 17 yards. We'll be back with the Hawks kickoff to Mayville State. We'll do it in 30 seconds.
Launch your TV adventure with the MyTV streaming app from Consolidated. For a limited time, you can get up to 3 free Amazon Fire Sticks, 3 months free cloud DVR service, and a 3-month speed bump to 1 gig. Plus, you'll have a chance to win one of 2 Fire TVs to be given away on December 31st. Here's what our customers are saying about the MyTV streaming app.
Try it. What do you have to lose? I mean, really, if I can do it, anybody can do it pretty well.
Make the switch and call Consolidated today.
All right, thank you, Tristan Sturr. Again, one play, 17 yards. Brown hauls it in for the touchdown. And Madler hits him, and the Hawks lead it after the PAT 14-0. There's a kickoff. And scooting to about the 20-yard line, about 22, 23, and finally run out of bounds is Isaiah Smith. So Mayville State will go back to work. 1st and 10. Let's see where they put it down at. They're moving the chains, and they got everybody on the Mayville sideline, the 24-yard line. So the Comets, who had just 3 plays and a botched punt, no yards rushing, no yards passing on their first series. The Hawks, Madler now 5 of 6, 35 yards, a touchdown. They've rushed for 46. They have 9 first downs already, Jim, in this first quarter. It is Dickinson State.
And 3 of those 5 completions have gone to backside of the backfield, with Zuroff getting one and then Brown the other, which he took in for a touchdown.
There we go. Bad snap. Nobody picks it up. It's on the floor, and it's on the ground at the 1-yard line. And chasing it down, Lamont. Boy, the Comets look totally confused. They have played so well. I think a 3-game winning streak, and boy, today they just look lost getting this underway. And here comes the ball. Did Dickinson State get it or Mayville State get it? I think the Comets are going to take a timeout. I think Rocky Larson wants to talk it over. We'll just keep it right here, Jim. And I don't know if you're Rocky Larson, what you do right now. You're 10 minutes basically into the game. You've had 4 offensive plays, or 5. You've botched a punt, botched a snap. You're down by 2 scores in a PAT, and you've played so well in the season to this point. You just got to kind of regroup, don't you?
And I think he wanted the timeout to get his offense to the sidelines and just try and calm them down and say, look, we've still got more than 3 quarters left to play. Yeah, we're down 2 scores, but we're still in the football game. You just have to play smart. And on that snap, it looked like Lamont, the quarterback, wasn't even expecting it. So it looked like the snap maybe came a little bit early and went right by him and rolled all the way inside the 5. And finally, Lamont was able to cover it up at the 1-yard line. So now if you're Mayville State, you just want to get some breathing room and hopefully get an opportunity to punt the football away, unless you come up with a big play and get close to the first down.
Minus 23 yards rushing for Mayville State in the first quarter, no yards passing. 2nd and 33 from your own 1-yard line. Again, ready. Dahlgren at quarterback now. He'll work back there. There's the handoff straight ahead and a little bit of running room for the Comets to get it out from the 1 to about the 11-yard line. Let's see who carried it that time for Mayville State. say number 2 for the Comets, or was it number 12? One of those two guys. I think it was number 12. Caden Johnson may be on the carry. We'll double check that, but it was a 10-yard pickup.
Well, that was a good game for Mayville State. Now they're not out underneath their own goalposts, and it's still a third down and long, but now a situation where if you can get a few yards here, you get a better chance in the punt game.
Third down and 22. Again, just straight ahead, and on the carry that time, Ullman, it looks like. He took the direct snap, and that's what we're talking about. They got two quarterbacks, Simmers and Dahlgren, and then the running back Ullman in there, and this time they snapped it to Ullman, and Ullman got it from the 20 or from the 12-yard line out to the let's call it about the 12-yard line. He didn't really gain anything, so to bring up fourth down and long for Mayville State. They put it at the 15, so we'll give them a pickup of 3 on the play. Punt time again. Let's see if they get a good snap on this one. Again, they're ready. There's a high end over end punt, not real long, but Caden Johnson doing the punting. It hits about midfield, and that's what a roll out of bounds. So again, Dickinson State's defense forces the issue, and it'll be deep, or Dickinson State again will come out, forcing Mayville into defensive pressure because they're going to put it into play at their own 48-yard line.
And Dickinson State still has over 4 minutes left here in the first quarter to put some more points on the board. And the Bluehawks come out probably licking their chops with good field position as Darian Brown will be in the backfield with Will Madler.
And again, twin receivers below us here. Looks like maybe Gunlock, and I want to say maybe coming into the ball game, Calderon. We'll double check it for you. They put Brown in motion. They look that way. Madler's going to go all the way back, and he's going to be dropped. Somebody missed the block there, and one of their top defensive players, leading tackler, Richard Shelton, just got beat. And boy, did he get in there in a hurry. Shelton, 38 tackles and a sack, his second of the year.
And just shot right up the middle, and Madler never even had a chance to turn upfield and look downfield as Shelton right on top of him. And a big loss for Dickinson State, brings up a second down and 21.
They're at their own 38-yard line. Now there again has Brown in there. They'll go twin set far side in front of the Mayville bench, right below us, Solo. And run that jet sweep again. They'd like to call that. There's some space, cutting back and free at the 50, across the 45, down inside the 38. He got first down yardage. That is first down. The Hawks needed all kinds of yardage on that. 20, and they got way more than that. That's a 12, and then you add on another 11. That's a 23-yard pickup for Dickinson State. And on the carry that time was C.J. Stinson for Dickinson State.
Second time the Bluehawks have run that jet sweep. First time it was with Samaj Clark. This time they come back with C.J. Stinson, and good blocking on the left side of the offensive line to get some room for Stinson. Made a nice cut as he hit midfield and got inside the 40-yard line for Dickinson State.
Well, Gilbert, Stinson, and Clark are in the ball game as your receiving core. Now we got, a timeout? Pete Snap wants a timeout, so we'll do the same here. They're going to talk it over a little bit. So we'll take a timeout. 2 minutes, 40 seconds left to go, first quarter. It has been all Dickinson State in homecoming 2024 on a beautiful Saturday afternoon at the back. The Hawks 14, the Comets nothing. We'll return in 30 seconds on Consolidated and KDIX.
Hey folks, it's Rob Wilkinson, Danport Motors 58601, and we are excited. The all-new 2024 and 2025 models have hit the ground. Look at this new Tacoma, brand new design, lots of power. We even have interest rates as low as 1.9 on select models. The all-new Honda Pilot has also hit the ground, and it's quieter and more comfortable than the last one. Come on out and see us at Dan Porter Motors, where your trade values are still sky high. And remember, free car washes for life at Dan Porter Motors 58601.
Back at the studios on this homecoming Saturday. Thank you, Tristan. Meineke will go wide far side. We'll bring Clark and Stinson in the double formation set right in front of the Dickinson State bench. Brown stays in at running back. Gilbert, your tight end. Now they're going to put Stinson in motion again. They're going to go right up the middle to Brown. He breaks the tackle. He's on his feet. He's got 10. He's got about 14 yards. But where that flag's laying, the yellow on the half mark at the 38-yard line. 99.9% of the time it's a hold, but we'll wait and see. And El Runa, great run by Brown.
And that flag came out right away, and even before Brown got through the offensive line, and it'll march the Bluehawks back 10 to the 48-yard line.
So to bring up a first and 20. Last time the Hawks had a first and 20 They ran Stinson on that jet sweep, and he picked up 23, but now they're back at the 48-yard line. So the Blue Hawks, as the clock winds down, 2:25 left to go first quarter, leading 14-0 on the CHI St. Alexius Health scoreboard. Again ready. Madler puts Brown to his right. Shotgun trips formation. Open side, boundary side. There's the handoff to, oh, they got that diagnosed well. It's always funny how when you run it the first time, it goes for about 15. The second time, Mayville State, if you're going to do it twice, we're not going to let you do it. And Brown gets dropped for a negative rush on that play. Back to the 48 of Dickinson State, where this drive begun, and it's 2nd and 23.
And a good play by the defensive end, Bailey Mullenberg, for Mayville State, as he got right into the backfield and dropped the running back for a loss.
So they're back at their own 48-yard line. Madler sets that unit. Meineke comes in, and now we got more movement. I think that's probably going to be a little legal procedure, Dickinson State.
Boy, this drive has just been a mess. And just that one run on the jet sweep that got him the first down, but now we've got a couple of penalties, a couple of plays for a loss. We have the sack.
It's all out of a timeout, too.
Yeah.
They took that timeout, and like Jim mentioned, everything going backwards. Well, 2nd and 28 now at their own 43. It's been a great first quarter for the Hawks, with this stumbling a little bit here. There's pressure. Madler steps away, steps in front of it. He's going to run for some yardage. He's going to come down the field. He'll slide down at about the 47-yard line. So he will pick up on the play about 10 yards. Will give Madler a pickup of 10, and it'll bring up 3rd down and long for Dickinson State.
And great footwork that time by Madler as he stepped up, and then he had to step to his left, then back to his right, and got by the offense, or got by the defensive pressure, and able to get a nice gain, get it back into a 3rd down and about 18, but nonetheless it's a manageable situation instead of a 3rd and 20 plus.
All right, 3rd down and about 18 for Dickinson State. The ball at the Mayville 48. There's a pass across. Willie's got a receiver wide open, breaking a tackle at the 30 and dropped right at the first down. The line is Meineke, and he's having himself a nice season. He's become a very dependable receiver. Kyle Meineke comes up with the catch, and that will be just shy again. They needed 19, and they got 18 on that completion.
Just a crossing pattern by Meineke, and able to make the catch, and tried to get upfield enough to get the first down, but got it at the 30-yard line, so it'll be a 4th down and 1. So the Blue Hawks will go for it on 4th down and 1 for the 3rd time here in the first quarter.
Well, they spot it right at the 29. They have to get to the 28. I thought he had it, but the spot was put back to the 29. So they have Brown in the backfield. Madler at quarterback. They go to Brown. He goes straight ahead. He's got first down yardage down to the 26. So he will pick up 3 on the play, and that's Dickinson State's 11th first down of this first quarter of the football game.
The Blue Hawks have had good success on 4th down. Coming into the ball game, they were 7 of 13. They've converted 3 today, so 10 of 16. Anytime you can get over 50% on a conversion, it's outstanding, and especially on 4th down.
Quarter break upcoming on the CHI St. Alexius Sound scoreboard. All Dickinson State. The Hawks lead it 14-0. We'll come back with second quarter action on Consolidated and KDIX. We'll do it in 1 minute.
The dictionary defines community as a group of people living in the same place or sharing common goals. Community is the largest part of our name, and we make it the largest part of our business. We support our local schools, organizations, youth programs, and local events from Bowman to Bismarck, because we all share a common goal to better the quality of life in our communities. Come bank with us at Dakota Community Bank and Trust, your real community bank.
Of Mayville leading 14-0. Madler back to pass, all kinds of time, goes down the flat. He's got a receiver. Good defensive play. Trying to get it again to Meineke. Do we have a flag back in the end zone?
About the 11-yard line.
Okay. We'll see what we've got.
But a good
No, that was Gilbert, excuse me.
good defensive play by the linebacker Anthony Johnson out in coverage as he was able to get the hand on it. If not, that's 6 more for the Blue Hawks, and the officiating crew talking things over.
Now it's against Mayville. Pass interference? Yep. So pass interference against Mayville. 12th first down. Dickinson State, 69 yards rushing, 53 passing, 11 first downs in the first quarter. Mayville State in the first quarter, no yards rushing, no first downs, no yards passing. So they were held to nothing in the first quarter. Dickinson State first and 10 at the 13-yard line, and Mayville State leading 14-0 and looking for more. Nadler will come up to the line of scrimmage. He has receivers wide to the right. Meineke in motion to the near side. That might be Calderon. He'll get the handoff, or let's double check it. Not much room there. Mayville State reads that well, and down at the 10-yard line, it's Clark, excuse me. So Clark will pick up maybe 3. We'll give him 3 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and 7 at the 10.
Well, with Dickinson State getting yardage on that jet sweep that they've run 3 times, maybe see a situation where Madler is going to pull it back and throw it downfield, or maybe roll out the opposite direction.
Zuroff back in now at running back for Dickinson State. Meineke goes in motion for the Hawks. There's the handoff. Zuroff gets into the pile, powers his way through it to about the 9, and then we've got about 8 white jerseys all around him. Led that time by the linebacker, Devin Woods, and there'll be a gain of maybe, where are they going to put it down at? Nothing for Zuroff right at the 10-yard line, so no gain, no loss.
Good job with the front 7 for Mayville State to really clog things up and not give a hole to Zuroff and give him any room to run, as Zuroff stopped for a no gain, maybe got about a yard.
Stinson and Clark go wide left side. Looks like Calderon comes wide with Meineke. They're going to put a man in motion for Dickinson State. They looked that way. They fired across the middle in the ground. Did he hang on to it? Let's wait and see. Nope, I think. Well, let's wait. Yeah, they say touchdown. That's a great catch. That's Stinson, I do believe. Yeah. C.J. Stinson. I want to take a look at that again. Man, that was a tough catch, and Stinson went down and pulled it into the body. Now, we really can't see. Let's take a look. Pretty dark. We'll have to brighten our screen up a little bit. Well, I don't know. That was close to being on the ground, but no instant replay requested. You can on scoring plays, but they say Stinson got the hands underneath it. He hauls it in from 10 yards out. Madler's touchdown pass, number 2 of the ball game. And it's a 20-0 lead.
And the Blue Hawks 3 for 3 on possessions here in the first half to take a 21-0 lead.
PAT attempt is good. Dickinson State 21, Mayville State nothing on the CHI. St. Alexius South scoreboard will head to a break. Another nice drive for Dickinson State. That was a 10, 11, 12 play drive for the Blue Hawks. It covers 52 yards, and it comes with 13:37 remaining to play in the second quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds on KDIX.
Big Boy Toys.
For Stinson, by the way, on that touchdown catch, thanks to my Jim Dowell stat sheet here, that is his 4th touchdown reception of the year.
And a nice sliding catch in the end zone. And Dickinson State now 3 for 3, 2 long drives, 1 short drive.
Kickoff return is out to the outside and breaking a tackle all the way down the far sideline, all the way to the 30-yard line. Great return. That was Isaiah Smith. Well, he bobbled one early that didn't look good, but that one he didn't bobble. Picked it up at the 10 and brings it all the way back to about the 30. So that's just about a, about a 61, 62-yard return. And the Comets have something positive happen, down now 21-0 to Dickinson State.
Well, Mayville State just needed something to go their way, and that time Smith came up with the big play, sets the Comets up inside the 30-yard line. So we'll see if the Mayville State offense can take advantage of this short field.
Now, Mayville State zeros, no first downs, no yards passing, no yards rushing, as we hit the 13:27 mark remaining to play before halftime. There's the handoff. They're just going to run that little sweep power play and trying to cut upfield. Not much room going that time. on the carry for the Mayville State ball carrier, and that's Ullman, I believe, on the carry for Mayville State. Let's check that out, number 8. Yep, Ullman on the carry, and did he gain anything? No, he did not. So second down and 10, that front set for Dickinson State, and that linebacking core doing a really great job.
In fact, they mark it back a little bit, but good pursuit by Dickinson State to not allow Ullman any room to the outside, and finally tried to cut back, and when he did, there was nothing but blue in his way.
Well, Lamont and Ullman in the backfield. Let's see who they snap to. Now they switch it all around and really don't have it. Now Ullman will go as the guy that will get the snap. Nope, they move it back, and now number 6 moves in. And now we got, again, a delay. Number 8, Ullman. And what do we got? Delay a game or a timeout? Mayville got, it was going to be a delay a game, and Mayville State decided to take a timeout. Rocky Larson wants to talk it over with 12:38 left to go in this homecoming first half on a beautiful Saturday afternoon on KDIX and Consolidated. Dickinson State 21, Mayville State nothing. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Third and fourth quarters. DSU would like to thank today's game day sponsor, Midco. Thank you for your support of Blue Hawk Athletics. And fans, please do your part in keeping the BAC clean. Please pick up your
The Eagles Club in downtown Dickinson is the best place to get together with your friends and enjoy a nice cold beverage any time of the day. They have weekly lunch specials from 11 to 1:30 and beer and wings Thursdays from 5 to 9. The Eagles is also available for your special event. Call now to reserve your date. You'll find everything the Eagles is planning on their Facebook page, and you can check out their monthly calendar to see all the entertainment and events going on. Whether you're looking for something different for lunch or something fun to do with your friends, try the Eagles in downtown Dickinson.
Receiver that time. That was Kelby Azure, the tight end, but just a little bit too far for Azure at about the 10-yard line. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 10 for Mayville State with the ball at their Dickinson State 29-yard line.
Mass substitutions for the Blue Hawk defense. That time, Lamont put the football where only his receiver Azure could come up with it just a little bit off of his fingertips. And brings up a 3rd down and 11. Of course, this will be 4-down territory for the Comets no matter what, because you're down 21-0 with 12.5 minutes left in the second quarter.
All right, they got Ullman out of the Wildcat. He'll take the snap, the running back. They put Lamont, the quarterback, and Ullman will go straight ahead, and he's got very little yardage, but he's got some positive yardage. He's coming up to make the hit for Dickinson State on the outside. Is that number 84? I believe it was.
Yep.
Yeah, good job. And that number 84 got in. That's Ben Glasslock, a defensive lineman. So nice job by Ben. So a pickup of nothing again on the play for the running back, and it'll bring up 4th and 10 at the 29.
And it looked like there was going to be some room out to the right side of the offensive front, and Glasscock able to come up and make the tackle right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, we go to work again. Mayville State does, down by 21. Back to pass Lamont on 4th down and long, and we have an ENG lending sack. It's as easy as 456. Your area's _1 choice for home loans. Phone 456-LOAN or on the web at 456loan.com. ENG lending, easy as 456.
Dahlgren able to come up with another sack on the season as the pressure started to get to Lamont, and he rolled to his left and rolled right into the hands of the defensive linebacker in Dahlgren.
-9 rushing, no yards passing, no first downs for Mayville State. The sack again by the sack leader, 5.5 now, as Jim mentioned, for Dahlgren on the season. And Mayville State, Dickinson State stops their threat, and Dickinson State takes over at their own 38. They swing it out of the backfield on the reception for Dickinson State. Nice cut back that time, but a good catch and carry by Gunlack, and Gunlack will go all the way out to the 48-yard line, and that should be 49-yard line. That's an 11-yard reception. And Dickinson State has another first down, their 14th first down of the football game.
Well, the Blue Hawks just ran a little swing pass to the receiver that time, Gunlack, and he was behind the line of scrimmage, got upfield and made a nice run up the right sideline before getting knocked out just shy of midfield.
On 49-yard line, there's the carry. Zuroff's got a hole, breaks the tackle. He's inside Mayville State territory from the 49 of Dickinson State. They plant him at the 45 of Mayville, a pickup of 6 for Zuroff.
And that time he really put the shoulder down and ran into the defensive tackle, Jared Gay, and he got it. The advantage there is that if he goes down right where he was hit, he's back at about the 47, but when he ran into Gay, he just pushed himself down to the 45, so a nice 6-yard run that time by Braden Zura.
We go with the formation, gun back into the ball game for Dickinson State. Ostry in there. Oh, there's the hand. Nope, Madler keeps it. Ostry's got the catch. He's at the 35, the 40. He breaks a tackle at the 35, and Ivan Ostry breaks into Mayville State territory at the 33. Flag come down. I can't see, Jim. What do you got?
Right at the right hash mark.
Okay, was that, let's see.
Ineligible man downfield.
Man, that was a great run, too, and catch by Ostry, and it's going to be a race. I've met this young man a couple of times. That's from California, and really had a great visit with him. Great young man. And I know his mom and dad, and I thought he said his grandpa and grandma always get a chance to listen to us and watch the game, so we'll send out a salute to him. Your son just made, and your grandson made a heck of a catch and run, but it got negated by the holding penalty or an eligible receiver downfield.
Well, that's one of those run-pass options, and it kind of got messed up and delayed a little bit. Then the offensive lineman just got downfield a little bit too quickly, but he races a nice gain for the Hawks and gets them back to midfield, brings up a 2nd down and 9 as the officials get together and are talking about it.
So it's just a 5-yard penalty, is that correct? Apparently, yep. Okay. Sometimes the yardage on these penalties are a bit confusing to this old guy from Mott, but Jim's here to help me out, so we get it. Now let's see what Dennis Reep has to say. You got a timeout? I guess so. Well, both teams heading to the sideline. No, I guess not. Let's just keep it right here.
Oh, replay.
Oh, what are we replaying?
I have no idea, but they're going to the replay.
We're going to have to get a replay report. We're going to have to get Mike Renner, get him with a remote mic, put him in the, what are they in down there? You know, they don't have the tent anymore. They've got the tractor.
It's a Bobcat.
Bobcat. We'll put Mike Renner. He's good with Bobcats. We'll put Mike Renner in the Bobcat for update reports on the video replay. Because
well, you got it in a mobile Bobcat. You could just as well
go up and down the
sideline.
You
could just drive it out so the officials don't have to run all the way to the north end zone.
Hey, a tip of the hat, Dickinson State, the Sanford Sports Complex, of course, Rivera Field, beautiful, all the softball complex. Did you notice all the driveway, the cement? Willie Wynn and that great crew of Wynn Construction got the work done, got it done. I told Willie before the game, he is simply, and that group is outstanding. So, Willie, what a job your crew did and you have done for Dickinson State. Thank you on this homecoming Saturday afternoon. It's just turning into such a, I mean, it is a beautiful facility, but all the additions make it an even more beautiful. But Willie Wynn and Wynn Construction, again, what a great job they have done getting that driveways and parking lot poured with cement. Now they're going to move the football up, Jim. So what do you think? Now I'm going to listen here. Let's see what we've got. I don't know what it is. Okay.
I think he said targeting because it's a 15-yard penalty. So that's the only thing I could think of that they'd go to the replay. He didn't make a signal. He just announced it, and I didn't hear him, but I would suspect that it was a targeting call on Mayville State.
So the catch did not count, but they hit. Targeting did, and it's 15 yards. Somebody's been disqualified, so the ball will be at the 33 of Mayville State. Another first down, 15. There's the pass out front, and it's going to be hauled in again by Ostry, and he says, the heck with it. Wow, they're running people all over the place, and we got bodies flying over. And Ivan Ostry, this one will count for Ivan. So Ivan Ostry comes up with the catch, and that will be a pickup from the 33 to the 27, a 6-yard reception. Madler, 9 of 10, 81 yards and 2 touchdowns in the first quarter.
Well, that's the Will Madler we're used to seeing, as he's very efficient with the football, and that time just checked it down to Ostry, and he turned upfield and got a nice gain on first down.
Dickinson State leads 21-0, 10-15 left to go in the first half. There's Durup. He's got a seam. He cuts back at the 20. He just drags a tackler with him all the way down to the 16. 30 got on his back, Roberts, but that'll be enough for a first down as he gets it inside there. That'll be a pickup of 10 yards on the play for Braden Zuron.
And a good strong run. As the one thing about Braden is he usually doesn't go down on first contact, and that time he just dragged the tackler for about another 5-6 yards and got it inside the 20 for Dickinson State.
Fifth play of the drive for the Blue Hawks, 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line. There's the snap. Brown into the ball game. He slides down to about the 15. He's got 3 white jerseys on him. Give credit to that offensive line, too, for Dickinson State, doing a nice job. Brown will pick up a short gain of 2. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 8 for Dickinson State at the 15 of Mayville. check that receiving corps, who we got in there now. Looks like number 3 into the ball game for Dickinson State. And we got some new numbers. That number 30 maybe? No, number 3. Okay. I'm trying to check my list here, but
Christian Banks.
Banks, okay, they got him listed here as number 30, but okay, he's number 3 here. There's the pass out in the flat. They got number 3, Banks. He's the guy we talked about at the 5. Boy, he's added to his first game, and look at that. He gets a catch, and he gets a reception from 15 yards out. And they said he's a good one. You just had to get him eligible, and they finally did, and he hauls it in from 15 yards out. The touchdown pass, Madler's 3rd of the ball game, and my goodness, 27-0. Now you got the homecoming crowd happy as heck here. A big crowd here today at the back, and they're enjoying the heck out of this one. That's 17 first downs for Dickinson State, and Madler 11 of 10 now in the football game for 96 yards and 3 touchdowns and no interceptions.
Well, if you're Dickinson State, you've taken off 15 minutes of the first quarter, 6 here in the second quarter, and you're up 28-0. It'll be interesting to see the time of possession in the halftime stat.
6 plays for the Blue Hawks. And my goodness, they go 75 yards on those 6 plays, or 65 yards on those 6 plays. And again, Banks holds it in. 28-0. Dickinson State leads it with 8:52 left to go in the first half. We're back in 30 seconds.
At Infinity Real Estate Group, we go to great lengths to find the answers to most any questions our clients may have. We strive to do our best to personalize your buying or selling experience with firsthand knowledge.
Hey Ben, we love the house, but how's the hunting?
Actually, the hunting around here is great. I'd love to show you some spots.
When it's time to choose the team to represent you with all your real estate needs, choose Infinity Real Estate Group.
Rooster.
Experience the Infinity way.
Infinity Real Estate Group.
Listed as number 3. We got that straightened out, and he hauls it in for his first touchdown reception as a Hawk. That one is taken again by Smith at the 1, back to the 15, out across the 20 to about the 22. In the comments right now, we have flag down.
There's something down. Oh, guy lost his shoe. That's what it was. I was thinking it didn't look yellow. It was more white, and it was one of the Mayville State players lost his shoe. But nonetheless, Mayville State again back inside their own 25-yard line for their 4th possession of the day.
Dickinson State, 6 plays. Oh, no, that is a penalty, a face mask Dickinson State.
Oh, it's way over on the far side, right around the 20-yard mark.
Okay, so face mask. So Mayville State will get it. They'll move it out to the 37-yard line of Mayville State. But the Comets again in this first half, -9 rushing, no yards passing. They have yet to get a first down in this football game.
Well, about the only positive you can say for Mayville State is they haven't turned the football over yet.
Dickinson State ready to go defensively. There's the Wildcat again, and they go straight ahead. And see his entangle. I want to say that's Ullman again. Yep, number 8. So Ullman, we haven't seen Simmers run a lot. Simmers for them, their leading rusher, 68 carries, 392 yards. I'm not sure maybe he's even playing today. We haven't called his name. So Ullman will pick up 2 and finally some positive yardage, 2nd and 8 at the 39. That is a positive run, still a -7 overall rushing for Mayville State. Comets will go twin receivers to the near side below us. Far side, the Comet sideline. They'll go with a wideout. They'll put him in motion. And him being Jaden Davidson, one of their leading receivers, are going to run straight ahead up the middle, out across the 40, and keeping his feet, diving out to about the 44, maybe 45-yard line that time. Was that Ullman again? Check it out. I think so. Yep. So Ullman will go on the pickup. He needed 8. He got about 6. So to bring up a 3rd down and 2 for Mayville State at the 45, their own 45.
And a rare opportunity with a 3rd down and short for the Comets. They've seen a lot of long yardage 3rd downs. And here's an opportunity where they can kind of open up the playbook a little bit more.
Well, to bring up that situation for Mayville State. They desperately haven't got a first down. Boy, they could desperately use one, down 28-0. There's a Rex back to Ullman. He breaks the tackle, and he's finally got first down yardage, I do believe.
Well, depending upon which official they give it to. If it's the far official, he's got it. If it's the near official, he's short.
You know, I'm not quite sure which one they go to, but one's short, one's long, and it's a first down. So we'll give them 2 yards on the play, and it will bring up a pickup of a first down. First down of the football game for Mayville State comes with under 7 minutes remaining in the football game's first half. And the Comets finally into some positive rushing yardage. They've rushed for 1 yard. 1st and 10 for the Comets at their own 47-yard line. We'll go to work again. There's the snap. There's the fake. Back to pass. They're going to look deep. Downfield. They got a receiver. It's behind the defensive backs, and that'll be a touchdown for the Comets as they turn it in. They got behind, and Javian Davidson, we just mentioned, one of their top receivers, got behind. Dahlgren got time, and they put it over the top of 3 defensive backs, and he races into the end zone for a touchdown, 47 yards on the pass play, and the Comets hit a positive note against the Blue Hawks, still down 28-6, but they get onto the board, J.D.
And Lamont, just a great pass, put it right on the hands of Davison. He didn't have to break stride and able to easily get into the end zone as Davison got beyond the defensive back and made a nice catch and run for the score. So some positives for the Comets here as we move into the latter portion of the second quarter.
PAT attempt is up, and it is good. So Mayville State on the scoreboard. Dickinson State 28. The Comets of Mayville State 7. 6:37 left to go in the first half. That was simply a drive of 4 plays that covered 63 yards, and the Comets respond to cut that lead back to 3 scores at 28 Dickinson State, 7 Mayville State. Back in 30 seconds on Consolidated and KTIX.
We've got you. It's a pledge to make sure you're always taken care of. A pledge that your Touchstone Energy Cooperative honors each and every day. When it comes to keeping things running smoothly or getting them back on track when they're not, we've got you. Always.
Thank you much, Tristan. And again, back with you. 7, or make that a 4-play, 63-yard drive. And the touchdown pass covers 47 yards to Davidson. There's a kickoff return, fielded at the 35, and a nice return all the way back across the 45 to about the 47, 48-yard line, way in the far sideline. I'm trying to get a number on who hauled that in for Dickinson State.
Ivan Austria on the return makes it a 1st and 10 for the Blue Hawks from their own 47.
Maybe number 48 for the Blue Hawks. Is that Johnny McCluskey Jr.? Maybe was on the return. But anyway, Blue Hawks will take over up 28-7 with 6:32 left to go in the first half, and they'll take over. DSU will at their own 47. So a return of about 20-plus yards that time for the Blue Hawks. Again, Nadler has been on fire. There's that little jet sweep again. This time they get it off. Big hole at the 50, at the 40, at the 45, or 35, down to the 33. And again, carrying it, Calderon, and he will go. He nearly busted that. There the Hawks spotted something, the defense did that jet sweep. I've never seen it work quite that well for the Blue Hawks.
Well, they've run it 4 times, and with the exception of one of those 4, they've gotten great yardage. The one that they didn't get great yardage, they still got a 3-yard gain.
That'll bring up another 18th first down for Dickinson State. 1st and 10 at the 35. On the line, sideline, it's a pass diving effort that time. I believe that time it was intended for Gilbert. Nope, that's Meineke, excuse me, and it goes incomplete. So Nadler now is hit on a total in this football game of 12 attempts. He is 10 for 12 again for 96 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Well, like I said before, Dickinson State running that jet sweep 4 times. Don't be surprised if we get a call later in the game where Nadler puts it out and then pulls it back and either runs the other way or gets a pass off.
There's the handoff to the outside. Zuroff's got room 30. He's at the 25, the 20. Powers his way inside the 15 all the way down to the 12-yard line. And Zuroff building up some big numbers as that goes from the 35 inside the 15 to the 12. And that will be a pickup on the play of about 18 yards for Zuroff.
And great job by the left side of that defense or offensive line. They had a huge hole for Zuroff and able to get to the second level and just ran past the second level. And finally, the defensive backs and safeties had to come up and make the tackle. And Zuroff put his shoulder down and got about another 3 yards after contact.
Yeah, make it a 23-yard gain for Zuroff. 19th first down already for the Blue Hawks. There's Zuroff again getting the call. Zuroff with some room, fights to the 5, to the 4, to the 3, to the 2, to the 1. He just got it in, and I wonder who will get the ball on the next play, Jim. What do you think? Zuroff will call for 11 more yards, and he's closing in on 100 yards in the first half.
A nice job by the guard, Scotty Woodruff, pulling, got out in front of Zuroff, and Zuroff just put his hand on Woodruff's hip and kind of stuck behind him and able to get a great gain down to the 1 yard line. And Dickinson State first and goal with about 4.5 minutes left here in the first half.
Blue Hawks again, 142 yards of rushing in this football game.
Blue Hawks are going to have to hurry. Play clock already down to 5.
There gets the guy I called who would get it. He got it, and he scores again. So Zuroff will take it in on a 1 yard touchdown run. And the Blue Hawks quickly after Mayville State scoring drive with one of their own after a nice kickoff return on a short kick. The Blue Hawks will go a total of 5 plays, 53 yards for Dickinson State, and they score with 4:23 left to go in the second quarter. Pending the PAT, will update the score for you on the CHI St. Alexius South scoreboard. There's the kick, looks good by Miller. He's had a busy first half. He's 5 for 5 with PATs. And again, the Hawks 143 rushing. They have passed for a total of 96 yards and 3 touchdowns in this football game. 20 first downs. And the Blue Hawks lead it now 35-7 with 4:23 left to go in the first half. Back in 30 seconds on Consolidated and KDIA.
The Hub in North Dickinson is more than your ordinary convenience store. From Godfather's Pizza and the Hub Cafe to gourmet coffee, tea, and more. Stop by early for breakfast or grab something to go. We carry a variety of donuts that we make fresh every day. If your vehicle is dirty, we now have a state-of-the-art car wash at both locations. Stop in and see what we have to offer at the Hub located on North Highway 22 or the Hub West Dakota Oil on East Villard in Dickinson. We're changing the way people think about the convenience store industry.
Distributing Dickinson State, ND Pharmacy, Stevenson's Funeral Home, Southwest Grain, Justin Glass, Coca-Cola Players, WCCU Medicine Shop, 05 Motorsports, ENG Lending, Jerome's, Ameriprise Financial, Martin Construction, Justin Glass, and so many more. ND Pharmacy, all great sponsors. Thank you guys so much for making our broadcast possible. Whether it be college or high school, we truly do appreciate it. It's been a happy homecoming for Dickinson State, truly dominating this football game. 35-7 over Mayville State. We're not yet to halftime. Here's the kickoff by Miller, going to chase a guy that's had a pretty good day back to field it. And that's going to be brought out by the little guy, and he'll step out of bounds again, Smith. Last couple of times, he's done a pretty good job getting it across the 20. Had that nice long return. But now Mayville State will go to work. And I guess, Jim, your comments, you just go one series at a time. When you get down by 28, that's about all you can do. Try to get some going, get some momentum offensively, and maybe hope the defense can get a couple of stops.
Well, Dickinson State 5 for 5 on offense, and they've had 4 where they've had to go, quite a bit distance and one short one, but the Blue Hawk offense just clicking, and the Comets just need to control the football here a little bit and maybe run some time off the clock and go into halftime and make some adjustments.
Again, in a quarterback now for Mayville State, Edward Norton, 6'1", 225. He looks like a middle linebacker, but let's play quarterback, and no gain on the play that time for the Comets.
A couple of 9-man scores we can give you just before halftime. Central McLean leads Beach 48-0. That game up at Turtle Lake. Hettinger County is leading South Border 8-6 with just a couple of minutes left in the first quarter. That game down in New England.
All right, thanks to those updates from the west out here. It'll bring up a situation, a second down and 10, and again, very little do. Boy, that interior defense coming up, making the hit that time, coming off the bottom of the pile. Number 40 for Dickinson State, and that's Dylan Dahlgren, who had a sack earlier. They'll run some new people in for Dickinson State. Looks like number 94 checking into the ballgame. I'm going to have to get my program updated here, but I think that's Hanson, if I'm not mistaken, checking in, but no gain again on that play. Will bring up third down and 10 at the 25 for the Comets, who have rushed for a total of 1+ yard in this football game and passed for 47 and have 2 first downs. The 3 minutes left to go in the first half. Again, ready to go to work. Long count. In at quarterback now, Lamont. He'll roll. He'll set. He'll throw it downfield. Nobody back there on the coverage. Dickinson State, Joey DeMarco. Excellent coverage that time. And actually double, almost triple coverage on the wide receiver from Mayville State, and that is Isaiah Smith. And the Comets go incomplete, and they will have to punt it back to Dickinson State. So I don't think that's exactly what head coach Rocky Larson wanted, but it's what he got. So Comets punt time.
And Lamont just threw it up as he was hoping his receiver, Isaiah Smith, could catch up with it and make a big play that time, but nowhere near Smith, and the incompletion forces the Comets to punt once again.
There's the snap, big rush. They get it off. Beautiful punt. It's going to be fielded by Hunter at the 35. Breaks a tackle at the 40, 45. He's across midfield to the 48. Great return, 17-yard return by Hunter. And again,
over first and 10 from the Comet 48.
Dickinson State will take over. They'll take over in great field possession. They'll take over at the 40. They put it at the 48-yard line of Mayville State. So again, another short field through the Blue Hawks have already put on a total of 35 points, and they're nearly at 300 total yards here in the first half of this football game. Again, let's see who we got in running back. I think Zuroff stays in with Madler. Long count. There's a snap. There's Zuroff again, and he just powers his way. Ball comes loose, but he falls back on top of it. That was a big pop there, but I think Braden, I want to wait till the untangle. Official right, well, it isn't. It's number 33 coming up with the recovery for Dickinson State. Guess who that is? Ty Dossinger. Was he the carrier too?
Yep.
That was, okay. So Dossinger will pick up the Trinity product, getting an opportunity to play. You get 2 games, and this is one of them, so Dossinger picks up 8. He gets the call again. Dossinger breaks the tackle, and he fights his way inside the 45, 35, and gets it down to the 34. So Ty Dossinger, 2 carries at his first career rushes as the Dickinson State Blue Hawk has picked up 13 yards, 21 first downs. And Dossinger again.
2-minute timeout.
Oh, there's our 2-minute timeout. Dossinger again will pick up the yardage, and it'll be a first down for Dickinson State. Let's take a 30-second timeout. 2 minutes left to go in the first half. Actually, a minute 58. 2-minute timeout. We'll be back with more from the back. Homecoming 2024. It has been all Blue Hawks. They lead the Comets 35-7. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Independent, straightforward, caring. It's what we are because we are you. Member-owned, member-focused. Western Cooperative Credit Union. Head west for a financial relationship that works for you. Dependable, trustworthy, fair. It's what we are because we are you. Member-owned, member-focused. Western Cooperative Credit Union. Head west for home and auto loans that work for you.
Numbers off the jersey for Ty Dossinger.
Something?
He looks exactly like Braden Zuroff.
Exactly. That's why I thought it was Zuroff.
I think he's a little bit taller and a little bit lighter. I think they list Ty at 6'1", 200. Zuroff's 5'11", 210, but they have very similar running styles.
And guess who gets the call again? No, Madler. There, Jim called it. He tucks it. He keeps it. He turns at the 25. And he's down to about the 22-yard line. So good read by Madler. Fake to Dossinger, who was buried. And then, of course, Madler pulled it, and he will go for a total of 13 yards on the play.
And Gunnar Jorgensen, the defensive end, thought he was going to get a tackle for a loss as he was all over Dossinger, but at that time, Madler pulled it out, swept around the left side, and got the first down.
Again, back in. Dossinger stays in the block. They go across the middle. They got Hool with a great reach-out catch down at about the 14-yard line. That was an excellent catch. I'm going to put it at the 13, and I think it's enough. Yep, an 11-yard reception, another first down, 23 first down for Dickinson State. That is an unbelievable number in one half.
And you look at the 2 tight ends the Blue Hawks have on the roster, guys that you weren't expecting to be in the ball game.
There's the carry up the middle. Guess what? The Dickinson Trinity Titan product. Ty Dossinger, 3 carries, the third one, a touchdown for the young man playing, and he's a happy young guy down there as he will take it in on the carry from about 13 yards out. So a 13-yard touchdown run for Ty Dossinger, and the Blue Hawks on the board again, leading it 41 42-7 with the PAT attempt upcoming. Already the Hawks playing a lot of new people on the offensive and defensive side of the ball game, and we're only in the first half. There's the kick. Miller's kick is up. His kick is good. And Dickinson State University 42, Mayville State 7. The Blue Hawks lead it. That drive for Dickinson State, a total of 5 plays, 48 yards, and they score again. What's that make it, Jim? We'll just keep it here, Tristan, back to the studio. 6 for 6 now? Wow. 6 for 6. And Ty Dossinger, the Dickinson Trinity young man, he'll get a chance to play in 2 games this year, and this is one, and I suspect maybe the last home game may be the other one. That's up to Coach Pete Stanton, but he's got about 2 or 3 guys that are dressed today that have that opportunity with that rule where you can play 2 games and not lose your eligibility. And of course, you want to keep the young man Ty Dossinger 4 full years, unless somebody would get hurt where you would need to do that, but I don't think that'll be the case this year. But anyway, he came in and he rushed 3 times and picked up 26 yards and a touchdown.
And like I said, he's very similar to Braden Zuroff, is a good, strong runner, but also shifty with good footwork, and he showed it there. And a nice kind of pat on the back for Ty Dossinger to get the opportunity to play, not lose a year of eligibility, which is nice with that rule where he can get a couple of games in as a red shirt and really gives those red shirts an opportunity to get out on the field and kind of get bonus work other than just in practice.
There's the fielding of the kickoff that time by Mayville State Smith. He'll bring it back to the 20, and then he's wrapped up at about as he goes backwards, about the 16. Good coverage downfield by Dickinson State. And we alluded to the Blue Hawks now in command, 42-7 with 58 seconds remaining. The Comets will have the football to begin the second half. Be interesting to see what they do here in the final 58 seconds of this football game's first half, down by 35 points.
Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining, but with less than a minute. My guess is Mayville State's just going to run the football a couple of times and go in the locker room and try and make some adjustments for the second half.
Well, let's see who's going to take the snap back there. They've been running Wildcat. That might be my guy Simmers. He carries it. He gets to about the line of scrimmage, which is about the 15. That is Jack Simmers, the freshman. And that'll bring up a second down and 10. And now the Comets will have to run one more play.
Well, it's odd when you see Jack Simmers averaging 65 yards per game, and that was just his first touch coming in the final minute of the second quarter.
Yeah, I don't know. They like we said, they put Norton back there, Ullman back there. They put Lamont, who's the true quarterback. They put Simmers. They try to run the Wildcat, but when you're down by 35, the Wildcat isn't a real conducive formation or offensive thing to be in because it's more running than passing, and the Comets are just going to let it run down. Do they take a timeout? Or are they just going to take the... Well, they do take a timeout, I do believe, so the Comets will take a timeout. Then they'll probably come back out and take a snap, so I think we'll just keep it right here. And remind you, we'll probably have a little longer than usual halftime coming up because we have all the Hall of Fame candidates, all the Foundation Alumni Award winners, all the teams that are going into the Hall of Fame, the coronation of the King and Queen. So I think it's going to be longer than 20 minutes. But Tristan will take the break. We'll have our halftime report, and then we'll kind of gauge where we're at so you know and the folks at Consolidated know also. But this will be a snap, and then we will head to halftime. Long count. There's the give to Simmers on the snap, and he's going to be hit right at the 15-yard line. We'll give him a pickup of a yard, and there will be your halftime score on the CHI St. Alexius Health scoreboard. Talk about a dominating performance. The Blue Hawks had it in the first half as they have stunned Mayville State here at the Bijou Activity Center on a Saturday afternoon. Homecoming, a beautiful afternoon, mid-60s, southwest breeze, 15 to 25, partly cloudy, and it's been a happy homecoming thus far. The Hawks lead it at halftime, 42-7 over Mayville State. We will come back with our halftime report for you in 3 minutes on KDIX and Consolidated.
West Dakota Oil and Fitterer Oil Company proudly offers products and services that help fuel our customers' lives with clean burning propane and bulk fuel and convenient on-site delivery with premium farm and road fuels. We provide energy where and when you need it most, with locations throughout Southwest North Dakota. West Dakota Oil and Fitterer Oil Company, locally owned, locally strong. The products you need with the service you deserve.
Your path might start at daybreak, getting everyone in their place. You may step out of bounds, or even out on your own. There will be big leaps forward and small steps focused on the grind. No matter what it looks like or where it goes, your path is personal, and that's what makes it powerful. Brevera Bank, Insurance and Wealth. Forge your path.
Launch your TV adventure with the MyTV streaming app from Consolidated. For a limited time, you can get up to 3 free Amazon Fire Sticks, 3 months free cloud DVR service, and a 3-month speed bump to 1 gig. Plus, you'll have a chance to win one of 2 Fire TVs to be given away on December 31st. Here's what our customers are saying about the MyTV streaming app.
The service for you guys to come over and hook it up was fantastic. I love the app. It's easy to use. I would say, by all means, do it.
Make the switch and call Consolidated today. See the new lineup of Hondas and Toyotas at Dan Porter Motors. Dan Porter Motors, 58601.
Banking is some of the most important things in your life, and banking at the right bank is very important. We're really proud of our bank because we have great people, and our people are what make our bank go. We always want to treat our customers right and do the best job we can for them, and try to do things to help make our communities better.
Boy Toys.
Happy crowd here at the Bijou Activity Center. Scoring, Dickinson State got it going first series. 14 plays, 77 yards. Zuroff on a 21-yard touchdown run. PAT good. That made the score 7-0. Hawks got it back after a bad snap and a punt and got the ball back at the Mayville State 17-yard line. And Darian Brown hauled in a 17-yard touchdown pass from Madler. One play, 17 yards. PAT kick good. 5:40 left to go. 14-0. Next possession for the Hawks after a 3-and-out by Mayville. 12 plays, 52 yards. Stinson hauled in the touchdown pass from 10 yards out. PAT kick was good. And on the CHI St. Alexius Health scoreboard, the Blue Hawks led 21-0 with 13:37 left to go in the first half. Again, the Hawks got it back. And again, they had a touchdown pass this time to Banks from 15 yards out. And that made the score after the PAT 28-0 with 8:52 left to go in the first half. And then the Hawks again, Mayville State got on the board on a flat 4-play, 63-yard drive. Pass from the Dickinson, from the Mayville State quarterback Lamont. He connected with Davidson for 47 yards. PAT kick good. 6:37 left to go. First half 28-7. Hawks got it back. 5 for 5 they go on a 5-play, 53-yard drive. And Zuroff on a 1-yard touchdown run. PAT Cook Miller good. The kick was 4:23 left to go. 35-7. 3-and-out for Mayville. Hawks got it back. And the young man from Dickinson Trinity, the star of draft drive, 3 carries, 27 yards. Ty Dossinger scored from 13 yards out, and that was a 5-play, 48-yard drive, made it 42-7, and that is the way we stand at halftime. Dickinson State leading at 42-7 over Mayville State University. All right, that's a look at your scoring summary. Tristan, let's take another 2.5-minute break here, and then we will come back and we'll number everything up for you, team-wise and individual-wise. We'll do that in 2.5 minutes.
A double major in political science and Spanish, while participating in numerous campus leadership roles. Haynes furthered her education at UND and earned her law degree. Haynes now acquires the Haynes Melby Law Office in Dickinson. The alumni fellow for the School of Applied Sciences, Steve Marian. Steve graduated from DSU in 1992. He was involved in student leadership, including 4 years on the Student Senate and as student body treasurer. Marian also played football, contributing to teams inducted into DSU's Athletic Hall of Fame. The alumni fellow for the School of Education, Gary Wills. Gary graduated from DSU in 1985 with a degree in biology and secondary education. After teaching health sciences at Hettinger High School, Wills became superintendent of Killdeer High School. He retired in 2020 after a career in both teaching and administration. The alumni fellow for the School of Business and Entrepreneurship, Tom Wyckoff. Tom graduated from DSU in 1987, double majoring in business administration, finance, and computer science. Tom currently serves as Chief Financial Officer at Rivera Bank. While at DSU, Wyckoff was active in the Homecoming Committee, Student Senate, and other leadership roles. The 2024 Young Hawk Award, Matt Purdue. A 2016 graduate of DSU, Matt earned degrees in secondary education and political science. He was an accomplished scholar athlete, serving as a member of the Student Senate and Student Assistant Director of the Theodore Roosevelt Honors Leadership Program, as well as being a member of the Blue Hawk football team. The 2024 Golden Hawk Award, Richard and Kayleen Wardner. Richard and Kayleen Wardner have demonstrated long-term dedication to Dickinson State University. Richard graduated from DSU in 1966 with a degree in biology and physical education. Kayleen graduated from DSU in 1966 with a degree in elementary education. Together they have been active in education, politics, and community service, including founding Hope's Landing, a nonprofit for individuals in recovery. The 2024 Blue Feather Award, Shirley Dukart. A dedicated advocate for the Dickinson community, Shirley Dukart has spent decades serving in leadership roles, including as president of the Dickinson Area Chamber of Commerce and the Dickinson Rotary Club. Dukart co-founded Home and Land Company in 2003 and has been instrumental in real estate development throughout the region. She is the co-founder and co-chair of Power of 100 Women Who Care, a charitable organization that has grown to 250 members and has awarded $640 grand to local nonprofits. And now for the 2024 Hall of Fame inductees, Ben Beckler for men's wrestling. Ben was a two-time All-American for Dickinson State, finishing in 4th place in 1998 at 134 pounds, and taking 5th place at 141 pounds in 1999. He was named the 1999 Conference Wrestler of the Year, and was named to the All-Conference and All-Region teams all 4 years, while also winning 1 conference championship. Jesse Beckler, men's wrestling. Jesse was a full-time All-Conference wrestler, winning 1 conference championship. He was a regional finalist twice and earned all-region honors all 4 years. Jesse qualified for the national tournament all 4 years, earning All-American honors 3 times. He finished 6th at 133 pounds in 1999, 8th at 141 pounds in 2000, and 6th at 141 pounds in 2001. Corey Johnson, men's wrestling. Corey was the team captain all 4 years at Dickinson State from 2005 to 2008. While earning all region honors each of the 4 seasons. He was a regional champion in 2005, 2006, and 2008, all at 125 pounds. While finishing as a runner-up in 2007. Mark Johnston, men's wrestling. Mark earned all region honors all 4 years at Dickinson State, finishing in 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st place. In 2005, 8th, 2006, 6th, and 2007, 8th. He earned All-American honors at the national tournament. LaShawn Pickstock, men's track and field. Pickstock competed in track and field from 2007 to 2010. He won 2 individual NAIA national championships in the 400 and was a runner-up twice. He also won 4 national championships as a part of the 4x400 relay team. Pickstock was a key figure in DSU track teams, placing as national runner-up all 4 years he ran. He ran internationally after college for the Bahamas and competed in indoor world championships in 2011. Elizabeth Rodriguez volleyball. Rodriguez competed for the Blue Hawks in 2006 and 2007 and was named a first-team All-American in 2006. She helped lead Dickinson State to multiple national tournament appearances during her time as the Blue Hawks were mainstays in the national ranking. Nicole Marco, softball. Marco played for Dickinson State from 2007 to 2009 and was a 2-time All-Conference Award winner for DSU softball, as well as a second-team All-American in 2008. She helped lead the Blue Hawks to multiple national tournament appearances during her time as a Blue Hawk. Roger Huffman coaching. Huffman, already a member of the Hall of Fame as an athlete, will now enter posthumously for the second time. Huffman was at DSU from 1963 to 1991 as he served as head football coach, head track coach, and assistant basketball coach. He later served as athletic director until 1984. His teams won multiple track and cross-country championships in the 60s and 70s, and he was president of the NAIA Track Coaches Association. The track at the Beijing Activity Center is named in his honor. 2005 men's wrestling. The 2005 team was led by All-Americans Tyson Springer, Justin Schleck, and Mark Johnson, and finished fifth place as a team at the national tournament. Springer was a national champion at 165 pounds to lead the Blue Hawks. 2006 men's wrestling, one of the most successful teams in school history. The 2006 team took 4th place at the national tournament after securing the North Region Championships and setting the team record along the way. Of the 12 members competing in the region tournament, 6 won the championship, 5 took 2nd place, and 1 took 3rd. The team was undefeated in regular season duels and finished as the number 2 team in the country in the final polls. This team featured 5 All-Americans, with Justin Schleck winning a national title and Tyson Springer taking 2nd place. And finally, the 2024 DSU Homecoming Tour. Winnie Edwards from Rapid City, South Dakota is the daughter of Holly and Jeff Edwards. Winnie is an exercise science major. Cale Corley is from Newcastle, Wyoming, is the son of Joe and Cindy Corley. Cale is a business administration major with a minor in coaching. Natalie Lyle is from Valentine, Montana, is the daughter of Shane and Angela Lyle. Natalie is a biology major with a minor in leadership. Griffin Oberdewich is from Dickinson, North Dakota, and is the son of Scott and Naomi Oberdewich. Griffin is a biology major with a minor in leadership and chemistry. Caitlin McCauley is from Hinsdale, Montana, and is the daughter of Paul and Kristen McCauley. Caitlin is a nursing major. Joey Oliver is from Olympia, Washington, and is the son of Yolanda Gray Oliver. Joey is a nursing major with a minor in psychology. Ronnie Nakata is from Riverton, Wyoming, and is the daughter of Maria and Bender Nakata. Ronnie is majoring in business administration and human resources. Xander Beeson is from Gillette, Wyoming, and is the son of Tony Oliver and Sean Beeson. Xander is a sports management major with a minor in coaching and business. Jewel Olson is from Wall Point, Montana, and is the daughter of Yvette Buck Elk and Charles Olson. Jewel is majoring in biology. Parker Buckley is from Glendale, Montana, and is the son of Ryan and Lisa Buckley. Parker is a physical and health education major with a minor in leadership. Caleb Sturr is from Gila Bend, Arizona, and is the daughter of Tyson and Stacy Sturr. Caleb is an ag business and ag communications major with a minor in leadership. Paul Hennebut III is from New Salem, North Dakota, and is the son of Peter and Lorraine Diane Hennebut. Paul is an ag business and marketing major. Crowning your 2024 Homecoming King and Queen is the 2023 Homecoming King and Queen, Jake Daniel and Dallas Mitchell. And the results are in. Your 2024 Homecoming King is Paul Hennebut III. And your 2024 homecoming queen is Whitney Edwards. A special thanks to all the DSU Homecoming Committee, DSU students, staff, and faculty, along with the Dickinson community, who helped make this year's homecoming a great success.
Yeah, we'll be around. We're gonna stay out the whole game.
Activities in and out real quickly. We can give you couple of scores at halftime. Central McLean leading Beach 48-0. Also at halftime, Hettinger County leads South Border 8-6. So those are the area teams that are in action. Of course, Grant County Flasher has a bye today, so they are idle and they will take on the winner of Central McLean and Beach, which means Grant County Flasher will play Central McLean next weekend in the second round of the playoffs. A couple of finals in. Mulhall, Lansford, Sherwood beat Tioga 14-10, and Cavalier top 4 wins 42-12. So that's the way we look as we get set to kick it off. And here's Rod.
All right, thank you much, JD. We come back again. Dickinson State will kick off. Chase Miller has the ball teed up, and we're ready to get back to work. At the back, a dominating performance by the Blue Hawks, 298 total yards to 45 for Mayville State. There's the return again. This guy's been the busiest guy for the Comets, and that's Isaiah Smith, the kickoff return guy, and Smith will bring it down, and Dickinson State will set it up defensively as the Blue Hawks get ready again to go back to work on the defensive side of the gym. They have just been outstanding defensively.
Well, you look at the numbers at halftime, minus yardage rushing and just 53 passing, which was on one play. So they're 45 yards and just 2 first downs in the first half. It shows on the scoreboard 42-7.
All right, own 23-yard line is where the Comets will go to work, trailing 42-7. Again, in a quarterback now, Edward Norton, the big quarterback. He's just going to take it. He's going to try and run with it. And it's not a sack, but it's a tackle for loss. There he is again, Dylan Dahlgren, that defensive lineman, leading the team in sacks, and he's having a nice afternoon. That's a tackle for loss. As Dahlgren just out of the Wildcat will go backwards for more negative yardage for Mayville State, a -5.
And the Blue Hawks had that one scouted out as there were 2 or 3 different players right there. And Norton had nowhere to go but down, and Dahlgren with the tackle for a loss. A sophomore at 6'3", 225 at that defensive end position for the Hawks.
All right, ready to get back into the lineup. Again, Dickinson State brings in a new player defensively on the outside for the Hawks. Ryan O'Donnell, there's a pass out on the flat, and that'll be a completion. Pass going to be hauled in by Javelin Davidson. He's had 2 catches now for, now let's see, they go from the 17 out to about the 21, a 4-yard pickup on that reception. 2 for 6 now, 54 or 51 yards passing for Mayville State. Third down and 12 at the 21. Comets just 2 first downs in that first half. Hawks at 21 first downs. Back in at quarterback now for Mayville State, Dylan Lamont. Now they bring Ullman back. They'll go to that Wildcat. Now they'll go to the shotgun, and Lamont will stay in. There's the clap of the hands, the snap. He drops straight back 3 steps, fires it out on the flat. Nice catch, nice turn, but it's going to be short. A first down yardage again. Coming up with the catch is Davidson. I think it's going to be short. They're going to say first down. Okay, so they
right at the sticks that time.
Yep, right there. So it'll go for 12 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down for Mayville State. Their 3rd first down of the football game.
And Mayville State's offensive line did a nice job of keeping the Blue Hawks at bay, and Lamont had time and made the nice pass to the near side, the left side, and made a catch and got the first down, just the 3rd of the ball game for the Comets.
Edward Norton, the 6'1", 225 senior, in at the Wildcat quarterback position. He steps back. He's looking to throw. He's a lefty. He rolls. He's getting pressure. He scrambles. He comes to the right, back to the left. Now he's going to turn. He's going to run. He's got some room at the 40, and he's going to be run out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. He ran about 35 yards to get about 9, but he kept the play alive and did a nice job in a pickup of 9 on the play.
Great run that time by Norton as he went back and took the step forward to fake the quarterback keeper and then stepped back and didn't see anybody downfield. Blue Hawks had great coverage downfield, but Norton able to scramble and get a nice gain, bring it up to a 2nd down and a yard.
Niger Roundtree now into the ball game as a wideout. It is a 2nd and 1. Again, Norton stays in that shot Wildcat formation. He's got the carry, slips the tackle, ball comes loose. It's picked up by Dickinson State. First turnover of the ball game for either team. Who got on top of it? Nathaniel Gillick. Hey, it's a Trinity afternoon. Dossinger a touchdown. Gillick a fumble recovery. I think I'm doing the Titans this afternoon here at the back. So great read by Gillick to get on top of it as Norton fumbles the ball away at the line of scrimmage.
Well, there was a flag down. It's a holding call against Mayville State, so the Blue Hawks will decline that and get the football. Just when you thought Mayville State was going to get some momentum here early in the second half, the Blue Hawks get the turnover, and first turnover of the ball game. And again, the Hawks great field position just shy of midfield.
1st and 10. We'll call it at their own 49-yard line. Can they continue 7 of 7 in possessions and scores? Or make that 6 of 6, excuse me, I believe, in possessions. I went 7 of 7, but it's 6 of 6. So 6 touchdowns for the Blue Hawks this afternoon and 6 possessions of the football game.
And a swap footballs.
Madler again, what a great afternoon he's had throwing the football. 13 of 16, 118 yards and 3 touchdowns. He'll work at quarterback. Darian Brown working at running back. They put the man gun lock in the motion. There's Brown with the carry straight ahead, and he gains territory of Mayville State to the 48. The line of scrimmage to their own 49. So give Brown a pickup of 3 on the play. And for the Blue Hawks, again, a nice day rushing the football for Dickinson State, 183 yards.
And the Blue Hawks are going to probably see Darian Brown and Ty Dossinger get a lot of carries here in the second half.
Again, Dickinson State, I'm sure we'll see Zuroff for a couple of series. He's closing in on what would be, I believe, his 3rd consecutive 100-yard game. Valley City and then Dakota State last week, and he's closing today with 91. There goes Brown on the carry. He got a seam. He got first down yardage. He got more. Ball stripped away from him, and it's a fumble, and I think Mayville State will get it back. Let's wait and see. They do. So Brown, that extra effort that time cost him a little bit because he spun away from the pressure and then picked up. We'll give him a pickup of 13 on the play, and then the ball stripped away. So it'll be a pickup of 13 and a fumble recovery by Mayville State. So both teams commit their first turnovers on their first possessions of the second half, with the Hawks up 42-7.
And a good job by Mayville State to strip the football away. I believe coming up with the strip that time was the cornerback Will Flemons, and the Blue Hawks turned it over for the first time, so that 6 of 6 is negated now. They're 6 of 7 on possessions and scores.
All right, so there we go, 1st and 10. That's still a pretty good percentage when you think about it. 37-yard line is where Mayville will take over, their own 37-yard line, 11.5 remaining to play. They're in the 3rd quarter. There's the snap. There's to give a little seam, but not much room for Simmers, as he will go just back to the line of scrimmage, so no loss, no gain. The Comets, again, a minus 4 yards rushing as we play to the 11-minute mark remaining in the 3rd quarter. They were minus 8 at halftime, minus 4 now, and the Comets looking for some sideline advice. They're going over to the sideline, shaking his hands as Malik Flowers, he said, what are we doing? The play clock winding down to 19. I think the Comets, that's maybe their plan of attack, just to really slow the pace of the ball game down. And now they bring Norton into the football game. They're never going to get a playoff, I don't think. Let's wait and see. Now
they've got 5 seconds to get it off.
They got 4, and they're going to take a timeout. I just saw the signal. Yeah, that was mass confusion that time by Mayville State. 10:53 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Dickinson State 42, Mayville State 7. We will come back to the back on KDX Consolidated in 30 seconds.
The Eagles Club in downtown Dickinson is the best place to get together with your friends and enjoy a nice cold beverage any time of the day. They have weekly lunch specials from 11 to 1:30 and beer and wings Thursdays from 5 to 9. The Eagles is also available for your special event. Call now to reserve your date. You'll find everything the Eagles is planning on their Facebook page, and you can check out their monthly calendar to see all the entertainment and events going on. Whether you're looking for something different for lunch or something fun to do with your friends, try the Eagles in downtown Dickinson.
Let's correct ourselves. Braden Zuroff, 84 rushing against Valley, and then over 100 against Dakota State, nearing 100 today. So he would be looking for his 2nd consecutive 100-yard rushing game today. He's at 91 today. We got a bit of time to go. There's that Wildcat snap straight ahead to Simmers, and very little gain, maybe a yard or 2. They'll put it from the 37. And it will go to about the 38-yard line. So let's give Simmers just a pickup of a yard on the play. And that will bring up a 3rd down and 8 for Mayville State. So 3rd and 8 for the Comets.
Blue Hawks make mass substitutions on that defensive front and linebacking core.
They run them in. Ostenheimer now into the ball game for Dickinson State, also in. Ryan Rock into the ball game. There's some confusion there. There's a scramble. Lamont's going to run with it. He's got nowhere to go. He's going to pick up about 3-4 yards. There's Nathaniel Gillick coming up and making a nice open field tackle on Lamont. So it'll be a pickup to the 42, a 3-yard pickup. And again, Mayville State continues to have negative yards rushing, a -4 in this football game. And they'll punt the ball or give the appearance they're going to punt the football back to Dickinson State.
And a good open field tackle by Gillick, because if Lamont gets by him, he's got first down yardage and probably more.
Again, in to do the punting. Caden Johnson will do the punting. He has a couple of nice punts today. Good snap. Big rush, but he'll get it off. Another beautiful punt. Fair catch signaled for by Hunter at the 16. And that's where Dickinson State will go to work. 1st and 10 for the Blue Hawks at their own 16-yard line. The Hawks with 9.5 remaining to play, keeping this halftime crowd entertained and happy here. And you get into the latter portion of the third quarter, and it's homecoming, and you got all these players dressed. The hardest thing for the Hawks to do will try to make sure everybody gets some PT time, because you got moms and dads, grandpas and grandmas and girlfriends here at Homecoming 2024. And with a lead like this, you want to make sure they all get some playing time. So again, Dickinson State in the lead, 42-7. Again, Brown will stay in for this series.
Carson Hunter now in at quarterback.
Okay, Hunter will work. We may not see Madler anymore. There's the carry to the outside. Another jet sweep for Dickinson State. That's been a very successful situation. Weinbar on the carry. And Weinbar will go for a gain of 3 on the play for the Blue Hawks.
And now with Hunter, and you can really see them faking the jet sweep and have the quarterback come out the back door. Hunter's a good running quarterback. Of course, he's the punt returner as well.
Again, Carson Hunter calling signals. Brown to his right out of the shotgun. Hawks moving to the south end zone here on this Saturday afternoon. There's a handoff again. Brown will go straight ahead, and he'll power out to near the 20-yard line. So get a little bit over the 20, maybe 21. Let's give him a pickup of 1 on the play. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 6 for Dickinson State. So 3rd and 6 at their own 21-yard line. Again, into the ball game. Lock, will check out. And checking in will be Ivan Ostry for Dickinson State. Also staying in the ball game. Let's see who stayed in at that wide receiving spot for the Blue Hawks. There we go. Everybody's situated. And Stinson over on the far sideline. And they put Gunlock into motion. Does Dickinson? No, Ostry into motion. There's that little pop pass to Ostry. He'll turn upfield. He's going to be hit and shy of first down yardage. He got out to the 25-yard line. Be a pickup of 4 for Ivan after the reception and run. But it'll be shy of first down yardage. And the Hawks will punt the football back to Mayville State.
And a good tackle that time by the safety, Zyler Carlson. He was the leading tackler in the first half, picked up another one, and makes Dickinson State do something they haven't done all day, and that's punt the football away.
Yeah, first punt for the Blue Hawks comes with 7:45 remaining to play here in the third quarter of this football game, and the Hawks leading it 42-7. Again, ready. The Dickinson High product in to do the punting for Dickinson State. Ty Nelson, good snap. Just about got it blocked, but gets a high end-over-end punch. It's going to take a good Dickinson State bounce inside the 40, inside the 35, down to about the 30-yard line. So count it up, that's 20 and another 25. That's a 45-yard punt by the Dickinson High product. Ty Nelson, nicely done. And the Blue Hawks will set their defensive unit out. We'll probably have some new numbers. I'm looking at a lot of new numbers out there, Jim, so we'll have to get to the roster and make sure we got them all into the ball game. So Dickinson State again will go to work defensively. Mayville State offensively. The Comets take over at their own 30-yard line. There's Lamont. There's the handoff. Straight ahead. And a short game that time across the 30. 22 on the carry for Mayville State. And that is Danny Nebel. We haven't called his name a lot. He played a lot when we were at Mayville State. Hasn't played a lot today. Pick up from the 30 to the 33. Let's give him a 3-yard pickup on the play. Bring up a 2nd down and 7. So 2nd and 7. Mayville State just trying to get into the positive rushing yardage. Still at a -1 rushing as a team.
Neville, the second leading rusher for Mayville State at 43 yards per game. Also 9 receptions out of the backfield.
Again, ready to go. Back to pass. You're looking deep, looking downfield. You got it out there. Nice catch and hauled in at about the 46 of Dickinson State. In on the coverage that time, Chase Selly, the Dickinson High product. But getting around Selly that time was Azure, the tight end, and he'll haul it in. And that'll be a pickup from the 33 of Mayville State. At 17 and another 6, a 23-yard pass play for the Comets.
And a good pass that time by Lamont as he put it just out in front of Asher and able to corral it in a first down, and the Comets find themselves on the Dickinson State side of the field.
First down and 10 for the Comets, only their 4th first down of the football game at the 44 of Dickinson State. And Neville on the carry, he runs into a sea of blue and gray. And let's see who led the charge that time. I want to say number 56, or is that number 20?
26.
Number 26 in there. That's Dawson's are off. Braden's younger brother comes up with a nice play. And as we said, it's all new people in there for Dickinson State. They're playing them already here in the third quarter. A whole new defensive unit up 42-7. No pickup on the play for Mayville State. Bring up a second down and 10 at the 44 of Dickinson State. 5 minutes and 45 seconds remaining to play in the third quarter on the CHI St. Alexius Health scoreboard. And Comets will get ready. Dylan Lamont back in now at quarterback. Shotgun formation this time. Here comes the pressure. They run the screen. They get it set up, and chasing down the ball carrier from behind is Jackson Willems, and it'll be a pickup of about 6. As they go from the 44 to the 39. Let's make it 5. Comet quarterbacks now have combined 5 of 9 in this football game for 90 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. And, of course, 2 down territory for the Comets will be 3rd and 5, and it'll be at the 39 of Dickinson State. Nice little screen set up, but Willems with a nice read from behind. Chased him down, trying to get some new numbers in there defensively also for Dickinson State. Number 94 in there for the Blue Hawks. That looks like Eli Hansen. He's in at a defensive line position. 5 minutes left to go. They put the man in motion. Davidson. There's that little flip back to Davidson. He tries to turn the corner. He's got great speed. He's inside the 30, all the way down to the 20-yard line. A little flip back to Davidson goes from the 39 of Dickinson State to the 20, a 19-yard pickup. And for the first time all afternoon, the Comets out of negative yards rushing. They have 18 rushing as a team, and a first down, their 5th of the football game.
And coming up with the tackle that time for Dickinson State, the defensive back as coming up, let's see, I believe it was Jack Hartman came up with the tackle in the open field.
Okay, the Comets trying to get on the scoreboard here in the third quarter with 4:25 left to go, down to Dickinson State, 42-7. There's a handoff Lamont to Neville. Neville got a hole inside the 15. He's down to the 10-yard line. So the Dickinson State second unit of defensive players getting tested a bit here by the Comets, and that'll be a nice run for Neville. That will go for 10 yards and a 6th first down for Valley City. It'll be for Mayville, excuse me. It will be 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Fred Lundstrom, the junior out of Hazen, checking in as the Blue Hawks get a little more beef up front in that defensive line.
So brings up a 1st down and goal. Again, staying in the ball game at running back is Danny Neville, 5'11", 205. Shotgun formation. There's a handoff. Neville again on the carry. Slides up forward. Gets hit by a couple of Hawks. It bounces off a couple before number 24, Hallock, the sophomore linebacker, finally hit him and pushed him down towards the ground, and then got some help from his teammates. So that'll be a pickup of 2 on the play for Neville. Bring up a 2nd down and goal at the 7.
And Lundstrom did a nice job of getting to the outside and make sure that the running back Neville that time goes up the middle and doesn't try to bounce it out. Kind of funneled Neville right to the Blue Hawks defense.
8th play of this drive for the Comets, down 42-7. Long count. There's the rollout. There's the fire out in the flat. They got the receiver. Can he get to the goal line? I don't know if he did or not. I think he's going to get in. They rule that he did get in. So Davidson has his 2nd touchdown catch of the ball game. So Davidson made the catch and the dive from Neville, and Neville connects to Davidson for a touchdown, and it makes it 42-13 with the PAT attempt up and coming on the CHI St. Alexius Health scoreboard. So Dickinson State again will attempt the PAT block. Mayville will attempt the PAT success. That score coming with 3:03 left to go for Mayville State, and they go 8 plays and 70 yards on that drive. There's the PAT attempt. Looks good, and it is good. So the kick up and good for Mayville State on the PAT and on the CHI St. Alexius South scoreboard. 42-14, Dickinson State in the lead over Mayville State. We're back with the Comets kickoff to Dickinson State. We'll do it for you in 30 seconds.
At Infinity Real Estate Group, we go to great lengths to find the answers to most any questions our clients may have. We strive to do our best to personalize your buying or selling experience with firsthand knowledge.
I really like the house. I was wondering if there's any jogging trails close by.
Well, as a matter of fact, as you can probably tell, I jog every day.
When it's time to choose the team to represent you with all your real estate needs, choose Infinity Real Estate Group. Experience the Infinity Way.
Infinity Real Estate Group.
Steve
for this kickoff
will be, let's see who they send back there. Thinking Brown is back deep for Dickinson State.
Weinbar.
Weinbar, okay, so Weinbar and Brown. This one's headed towards Weinbar. He will field it at the 10 to the 15, back to the 20, cuts up across the 25, across the 30. 35, nice return by Weinbar as he brings it back on the return. So nice job. That's a return of about 25 plus yards. So Dickinson State, let's see, we'll go to work. Let's see if they continue with they played all new people defensively the whole third quarter, and offensively have looked to that situation also, getting a lot of people in here in the third quarter with that 42-7 halftime lead. It's now 42-14. And Madler will come back in. I thought we'd see him maybe once or each. Brown, we haven't seen Zuroff though come back in. I'm trying to look and see if Braden's okay down there or not, but we haven't seen him, and they just may not play him. There's a handoff to Brown, and he'll just slide for a very small gain as Dickinson State with that big lead. And Pete Stanton again will play a lot of people in a situation like this, and that'll be a pickup of a yard for Brown. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and 9 for Dickinson State.
Well, final inning, 9-man football. Central McLean defeated Beach this afternoon, 48-6. So Central McLean will be at Grant County Flasher next week.
Yeah, Zuroff back in there now in the ball game, so he'll go back. Brown picked up 1 on the play. 195 yards rushing for the Blue Hawks. They're going to swing it out of the backfield. Oh, there's pressure. Madler again slips away from it, again slips away from it, again got some time, again fires it just into the bench area. Good coverage downfield by Mayville State, so Madler just threw it away. Madler 13 of 17 now, 118 yards passing and 3 touchdowns and no interceptions for Madler. Brings up 3rd and long, 3rd and 9 for the Hawks at their own 36-yard line.
Well, that time they got the motion out of the backfield by Zuroff, and that's where they were looking, and Devin Woods, the linebacker, had that covered up, and Dickinson State couldn't find an open receiver.
Here comes the pressure again. Madler gets away from it, looking downfield. He fires it downfield. He's got a receiver down there. Oh, what a catch by Stinson. Holy cow. Turning backwards, falling away, hauls it in at the 25-yard line.
I want to know how he got a foot down, as that was really over the right at the sideline, but a great catch by Stinson, and the Blue Hawks on the move inside the 30-yard line. Yeah, he did get 1 foot down, so a great throw and a great catch for Dickinson State.
He was turned around and somehow twisted the body around, reached up. These receivers, Clark and Stinson, so athletic. 1st and 10 at the 26 of Mayville State. Again, man in motion. This will be Clark. Now we've got 2 men in motion, and you know what? It's not Canadian football, so you can't do that. Zuroff went forward, and also Clark turned forward, and the referee said,
Now Chase Crockett, the freshman out of Glendive, in at the tight end position for Dickinson State. That he's gotten the opportunity to play some, so the Blue Hawks have great depth at that tight end position with the 2 guys, Caden Houle and Gage Gilbert, and now the 3rd tight end, Chase Crockett.
Well, the Blue Hawks get set to go to work again. 1st and 15 now at the 31-yard line. Zuroff out of the shotgun. Long count. They'll put Clark in motion. He'll come near side. They're going to run Zuroff to the far side. He'll break a tackle. He's at the 30. He's at the 25. And, man, he's run into the kicking area for Mayville State. The down marker. Let's see if everybody's up and okay. They appear to be. And that will be a pickup of about 5 yards on the play. Let's call it 4 yards for Zuroff, so a 4-yard pickup for Zuroff. 95 yards rushing now for Zuroff in the football game. They'll bring up 2nd and 10. Oh, they made it 5 yards, so 96 yards. Zuroff closing in on 100 yards rushing again. 2nd and 10 for the Hawks at the 25, 26, let's call it, of Mayville State. There's that little block by Zuroff, gives Madler some time. Across the middle, there's Houle reaching it up with those big hands, and the young man comes down with the catch, the tight end for Dickinson State at about the 13-yard line. And let's put it down at the 14, so a 12-yard reception. Madler 15 of 19 now 170 yards passing and 3 touchdowns, 23rd first down.
And a good job by Houle to give the quarterback Madler a big target and able to make the catch, turn up field, and get the 10 yards for the first down. And like I mentioned, that tight end position, they're deep, and all 3 of those guys are good pass catchers and good blockers.
Well, Zuroff ready at running back, Madler ready at quarterback. They put another tight end into motion, as Jim mentioned, the young man out of Glendive. Now what do we got? Timeout? Yep, we got a timeout. So timeout, quarter. All right. Boy, that's about as fast a quarter as we've had high school or college. Holy cow, did we zip through that. End of the third quarter. CHI, St. Alexius Sound scoreboard. Homecoming 2024. Dickinson State 42. Mayville State 14. We're back in 30 seconds.
As your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we wear many hats. We take pride in serving our members and our community by going the extra mile in everything we do. Because we not only work here, we live here.
A football game this afternoon has rushed for a total in the football game. Have the Blue Hawks over 200 yards now, 205 yards, pass for 170 yards, have 23 first downs, 42 points, and they lead Mayville State 42-14. Comets 30 yards rushing and 100 yards passing, 130 total yards, and the Blue Hawks, of course, as we mentioned, up around just about 400 total yards. Now what? Now we got a timeout. Mayville
They
State.
were short. They were short of players.
They were down 1, so they'll take a timeout. So Tristan, we're going to put you right back to work here at the back. A 30-second timeout. Hawks lead it again. CHI St. Alexius South scoreboard 42-14. We'll be back in 30.
The Hub in North Dickinson is more than your ordinary convenience store. From Godfather's Pizza and the Hub Cafe to gourmet coffee, tea, and more. Stop by early for breakfast or grab something to go. We carry a variety of donuts that we make fresh every day. If your vehicle is dirty, we now have a state-of-the-art car wash at both locations. Stop in and see what we have to offer at the Hub located on North Highway 22 or the Hub West Dakota Oil on East Villard in Dickinson. We're changing the way people think about the convenience store industry.
Comets got 11 guys out there now, so we're ready to go back to work. Zuroff and Madler come out of the sideline break. Also into the ball game, as Jim alluded to, the young man out of Glendive, Chase Crockett. He'll work. Zuroff will get the carry on this play, I would think. 1st and 10. Let's wait and see. They put the man in motion again, and there's the handoff. Zuroff straight ahead. He goes to the 10. He's to the 8. He's to the 7-yard line, and that'll be a pickup on the play of 7. And to put Zuroff over 100 yards rushing with that carry. So Zuroff at halftime had a total in the ball game rushing of 13 for 91. Has carried it now 15 times in this ball game for Zuroff for a total of over 100 yards, about 103 yards now for Zuroff. So it brings up 2nd and 3. And they're at about the 7-yard line. There's Zuroff on the carry. Zuroff to the end zone. Zuroff with the touchdown. That'll be a rush on the play. Let's call it 7 yards. So Zuroff, his 3rd touchdown of the ball game. So a rush of 7 yards for Zuroff, his 3rd TD of the afternoon, and it comes from 7 yards out on his 16th carry, unofficially 110 yards, and the PAT attempt up and coming, and the Blue Hawks lead it now 48-14.
7th touchdown of the season for Braden, as he's really picked it up here in the last 3 weeks. And the Blue Hawks extend that lead to 48-14, make it 49-14.
Chase Miller hits the PAT. Nice drive by the Hawks as they come out, and they go 6 plays, do the Blue Hawks. I remember where they took over on that punt. That was a nice punt, but the Hawks will go 6 plays for that drive for the touchdown. The PAT kick good, and that makes it a 49-14 ball game with 14:24 remaining to play in the contest. The Blue Hawks lead. A 30-second timeout on Consolidated and KDIM.
Independent, straightforward, caring. It's what we are because we are you. Member-owned, member-focused. Western Cooperative Credit Union. Head west for a financial relationship that works for you. Dependable, trustworthy, fair. It's what we are because we are you. Member-owned, member-focused. Western Cooperative Credit Union. Head west for home and auto loans that work for you.
Again, and that series covered just about 60 yards, 65 yards. So Dickinson State scores, and the Blue Hawks lead it comfortably again, 49-14 as we play here in the fourth quarter. We had the quickest third quarter in a long time. Zipped right through it. Shorter kick this time. It's going to be fielded again by number 11, Isaiah Smith. He cuts to the outside, and he runs out of real estate at about the 27-yard line. And let's see where they do put it at. 26-yard line, maybe. Nope, 27. So Comets will go to work at their own 27, trailing 49-14, 14-19 remaining to play in this football game. Really been a pretty quickly played football game, despite the fact the halftime report, they did a super job with that halftime, getting everybody recognized and getting that into the books. It's only 3 o'clock, so the game 2 hours old here as we head to the fourth quarter. And again, Mayville State will come out. Let's see who's going to go into work at quarterback for the Comets. Let's see, Marcuson into the ball game. He's the backup quarterback. One of the guys they put in as an extra number. New number, a good play for Dickinson State. There's Jaden Hartwell, and he's going to drop Simmers for no gain on the play. In fact, that'll be a loss of maybe a yard. Line of scrimmage was to 27, so that's a loss of 2 on the play for Simmers, and it'll bring up a 2nd down and 12 for Mayville State.
Great open field tackle that time by Hartwell, as there was plenty of space for the backup quarterback to get to the outside, but Hartwell able to make the open field tackle for a loss.
Ready to go to work again at quarterback, Marcuson, number 7, into the ball game. Marcusson's going to hand it off to Simmers. Simmers trying to get to the outside, turns the corner, gets back to the original line of scrimmage, plus maybe a couple. Let's see where they spot it down at, right at the 30. So that's a pickup of 5 on the play. And it'll bring up 3rd down and about 7. 3rd and about 7 at about the 30-yard line for Mayville State, their own 30-yard line. They trail 49-14 to Dickinson State.
Good patient run that time by Simmers as the Blue Hawks kind of strung it out, but Simmers able to get to the outside and get the nice gain.
6'8", Darren Jones into the ball game, number 81 it looks like. Yep, he's in there, so he's a great basketball player playing football. There's a look across the middle, and it's going to be nearly intercepted. Good coverage down there. Austin Heimer nearly picked it off the chalk mark at the 40-yard line, but it goes incomplete, and the Hawks defense comes up with a stop.
And a good coverage that time by Heimer as the big guy for the Mayville State Comets was unable to get into a position to catch the football, and the Comets will be forced to punt the football back. And it's been a good day punting for Caden Johnson. Other than the bad snap, he's been able to put some good punts on the board for the Comets.
So Mayville State will give the football back to Dickinson State. Another nice end-over-end punt, and Hunter's just going to get away from it. It'll bounce inside the 30, inside the 26, and down at about the 25-yard line. So that is where Mayville State's defensive unit will trot out. Blue Hawks offensive unit, and they'll call it at the, trying to put it down about the 26-yard line, it looks like. So we'll call it the 26-yard line. 12:52 remaining to play here. Well, the homecoming crowd, a big one, is scattered a little bit with that 42-7 halftime lead, but still a lot of folks there enjoying a happy homecoming. We got all kinds of new people again in that offensive line. Let's see who we got in. We got some new running backs into the ball game for Dickinson State. And the carry, Caleb Rist into the ball game, and Rist will dive out across the 26 to about the 28. So let's give him a pickup of 2 on the play, bring up a 2nd down and 8. The Hawks unofficially now over 200 yards rushing, 170 yards passing. So they're closing in, as we said, on 400 total yards today. It'll be 2nd down and 8 at the 28.
Give you a score from New England. South Border has opened it up. They lead Henniger County 22-8 late in the 3rd quarter.
Okay, good matchup down there too in New England. 2 good teams. Here's the blitz. They get the pass off. Nicely done. Close to 1st down yardage. That pass completed. Jace Freeze into the ball game, and He fired a bullet. Speaking of Grant County, and that's a pickup on the play of 9. And Freeze completes his first pass for 9. And Dickinson State has their 25th first down as he got the pass off and completed. And it'll bring up a first down and 10 for Dickinson State at their own 36-yard line.
And Jace Freeze's alma mater, Grant County Flasher, will be in action next Saturday. They had the first round bye. They'll take on Center McLean.
I think they've played them already, if I'm not
Yes,
mistaken.
they have.
Yeah, they got beat by them earlier this year. There's a handoff. That's Dossinger, I think, but let's check it out. Let's see if that's number 33. Yep, it is. So Dossinger will go for a yard, make it 2 on the play. He has carried it 4 times now for 30 yards in his debut as a Blue Hawk and has a touchdown of 12 yards to his credit. Here's a 2nd down and 8 for Dickinson State at the 39. Jace Freeze in the backfield. We might see this combo a bit next year, Jimmy. There's a delay again. There's the fake. Nice fake. There's a pass down the flat. Nice move at the 40 and the cut down at the 44. Nice little catch and run. Is that getting untangled out there?
It's Gunlock.
Gunlock came up with it. So Gunlock came up with the catch, and that'll be a pickup on the play after that short run by Dossinger of 2. They pick up 4 more on that reception, and Freeze now 2 of 2 for 13 yards. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 3 at the 44.
Well, something you don't see very often, a line change, an all-new offensive line for Dickinson State.
See how they do. Freeze scrambles, Freeze tucks. Is Freeze going to get back to the line of scrimmage? Yeah, he does, but that'll be it. So no gain and no loss on the play.
Results in a gain of no yards, bringing up a 4th and 3 from the 44.
So it'll bring up 4th down and 3. And Dickinson State will send the punting unit on as the Blue Hawks will punt it away. So Jace Freeze got a couple of completions on that, went 2 for 2 and rushed for no yards on that series. Dossinger had a carry, and we had a couple of receptions, but not enough to pick up the first down on the drive, the 2nd first down that they needed. Nelson punts that one high in there, kind of angling back towards the Mayville State bench, goes out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. So again, the punt will give the ball back to Mayville State. So the Comets will take the ball back, and Dickinson State will take over in the football game on the defensive side of this line of scrimmage. And the ball again belongs to Mayville State, and the Comets will go to work, trailing 49-14.
Marcuson back in for the quarterback position for the Comets.
There's the handoff for the fake. Nope, there is the handoff. They get it. Simmers, and there's flags all over the place, and Simmers will be run down after a pickup out, and we've got another flag. We got 2 flags now, so let's just hang on and wait and see what everything is about here. Let's hold on and wait and see. I think it's against Mayville State.
Yep, it's a hold against the Comets.
Get it situated here.
They'll mark off the 10 yards on the holding call.
After the penalty, that makes it a 2nd and 20 for the Comets from their own 23. And on the tackle on the last play, Aiden Klein and Johnny McCluskey.
Dickinson State up front. Eli Hansen in there. Also Fred Lundstrom and Justin Vila in that defensive line position. Bennett Ferris in at a linebacker. Also in at a linebacking position, Dalton Tweet.
And ready to go back to work. Comets looking at 1st and 20 at their 23. There's a handoff, and good read by the Blue Hawks defense. A tackle for loss on that play. We got new people in there. We're trying to get all the numbers and names to you. Somebody's getting pounded on the helmet. I think number 94 maybe made that hit. That would be Eli Hansen. And that was a loss on the play of 2 for Mayville State.
Chase Selly able to come up and help out on that tackle for a loss. Brings up a 3rd down and long.
3rd down and 18 for Mayville State. Comets have mustered just 31 yards on the ground today. That's been the Blue Hawks' strength on defense. The Hawks defensively only giving up about 68 yards rushing per game, and they've even gone under that today. So they were well prepared for this Wildcat attack by Mayville State. And they're just going to run it again straight ahead. There's a little seam, but not enough for first down yardage, as the ball carrier will be looked like Cole Gessel, number 33, junior at 6 foot 185, and Gessel will go again for a pickup on the play of about 5. So we'll call that a 5-yard pickup, and Mayville State will have to punt the football back to Dickinson State. A Hawks will get the ball back again.
Well, the Comets are going to go for it as Markuson stayed in the ball game. They're going to go for it on this 3rd down and long.
3rd down, excuse me. I'm sorry. I had 2nd down or 4th down, but it's 3rd down. 3rd and 17. There's some pressure. They run that little screen out in the flat, and they get it out there. There's some running room. Are they going to get first down yardage? No, but they're going to be close. They get it out to the 40, so that's a 13-yard reception that time, hauled in by Mayville State. Hauling it in is Gessel. So it goes for 13. 7 of 12 now for the Comets quarterbacks this afternoon for a total of 110 yards, 2 touchdowns and no interceptions.
Looks like the Comets are going to punt the football back instead of go for it on a 4th and 2 with just 7.5 minutes left in the ball game.
Well, both these teams playing a lot of new people right now, so it's kind of just, okay, we're at 49-14. We're not going to do anything crazy. Dickinson State's not going to do anything crazy. High end over end. Beautiful punt again. Hunter goes back. He's going to let it bounce. Let's see where it goes dead at. Does it get into the end zone? It just does. But what a punt. A 59-yard punt that time by Caden Johnson. And Dickinson State will take over at their own 20 with 7:08 remaining in this homecoming game. 2024. Hawks jumped out to that big halftime lead of 42-7. Both teams have scored in the second half. It's 49-14 for Dickinson State over Mayville State.
Support of Blue Hawk Athletics.
Hawks, let's see who we got in at quarterback now.
That's still Freeze.
Freeze is going to stay in there, okay. 3rd quarterback of the day. Who's our running back, number 21 for Dickinson State. Simonson will check in at running back. Hawks have played a lot of people today in this ballgame. We got a man in motion. There's that jet sweep again to the outside and hit at the 20 and dropped at the 21 on the carry that time for Dickinson State. There's Jackson Franklin. That'll be a 1-yard pickup for the Blue Hawks. 2nd down and 9 for Dickinson State. So 2nd and 9 for the Hawks. Hawks again a good day, as we said, running the football this afternoon. Over 200 yards in the contest. At 2:06. 2nd down and 9 for Dickinson State. 21-yard line, their own 21-yard line. Under 6.5 left to go. Freeze fires the pass. It's dropped that time. Threw it right into the hands. It was a bit low, but catchable, and unable to come up with the catch that time was Franklin, who just ran the jet sweep, couldn't hold on to it. There they go, Jim. If we were offensive linemen, we'd be getting to play today because, man, they're running them in and out in a hurry. So Freeze now is hit on 2 of 3 passes for 13 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 9 at the 21-yard line. So Freeze steps up and directs traffic. Simonson will stay in as the running back. But a man in motion. There's that jet sweep again. Turns the corner. 25. He's across 25, across the 30. And he's got first down yardage. I want to say number 19. Yep. It is number 19.
Jackson Wicker
on the carry.
Jackson Wicker on the carry. So Wicker will go for a pickup of 11. And that is enough for a first down for Dickinson State University.
Wicker, a freshman out of Miles City, Montana.
26 first downs now for Dickinson State. 1st and 10. The Hawks will again take their time with 6 minutes left to go. And that's a 49-14 lead. Again, they go right back on the carry and on to the outside, breaking a tackle at the 35 out to the 37 is Dossinger again. So Dossinger back in the ball game. He's had a nice afternoon. He'll go for what? Just about from the 32 to the 37, 5 more yards.
And another swap of the offensive line as Dickinson State switches their offensive line.
Dossinger's 7th carry. He's rushed for a touchdown, and he's rushed for 35 yards in this football game. 2nd down and 5. There's a jet sweep again. People running into each other. I don't think it was, nice turn of the corner that time. Nicely done by number 19. Wicker again. Is that Wicker?
Yep.
Yeah, Wicker. Nice little juke and jive, and he's picking up first down yardage. Line of scrimmage again will be increased, and that'll be a pickup of 6 more yards for Dickinson State on the ground. First down 27 for the Blue Hawks. And into the ball game is a wideout now, checking in for Dickinson State. Gunlock again. So Gunlock will go to work.
I've lost count how many times the Blue Hawks have run that jet sweep this afternoon. It's got to be close to 10
I was
times.
going to say it's pretty close to that. Yeah, that's a lot. They don't usually run that very much. I mean, they do run it, but Again, straight ahead on the carry. Dossinger so strong. He got grabbed right at the line of scrimmage and drug a couple of tackles all the way out to the 45. Pick up of 2 and it looked like nothing on that play. And here comes our line change. Jacob from the press loves hockey. That's how they do it in hockey too, right, Jacob? Those line changes? The line changes in hockey. The offensive line, they're doing that. They're sliding them in, sliding them out. It's like, all right. Big number 59 in there for Dickinson State. Jesse Chapeski, 6'5", about 260, checks into the ball game. That was a pickup for Dossinger of 2, so it'll bring up a 2nd down and 8 for Dickinson State. At the 45, their own 45, down to 4 minutes left to go. Again, they go in motion. Again, Dossinger gets the call, slips the tackle, keeps his feet. He's at the 50, fighting for more, and I think that's Dossinger. Let's see as they get up.
I believe it's...
Is that Simonson?
Yep.
Okay, it's Simonson. Okay. So Simonson, number 21, will go for the carry, and Simonson will go on the play from the 45 to the 50. That's a 5-yard pickup. Again, the clock continues to roll down. 3rd down and 4 now at the 50 for Dickinson State. 8th play of this drive for Dickinson State. Again, 7:08, and we're just about at 3:0. Just about a 5-minute drive. 8th play of the drive. 3rd down and 3 for the Blue Hawks. There's the handoff straight ahead. Fighting for some positive yardage. Going to be close to 1st down yardage. That is Dossinger. Nope, number 22 on the carry. Excuse me, Rift again. So Rift will go on the play for a total of 3, and it'll bring up 4th and 1 for the Hawks at the 47. So 4th and 1 at the 47.
Blue Hawks going to bring their punt team in.
Ready to go back to work. Dickinson State will punt it away on 4th and 1. Nelson, the Dickinson Eye product, nice angle towards the near sideline. They're going to let it bounce inside the 5, bounce inside the 4. Number 11 again, Isaiah Smith just about bobbled it, but pushed it out of bounds, so a nice punt. That's about a 43-yard punt for Ty Nelson, and Mayville State will get the ball back. Again, trailing 49-14 on the CHI. St. Alexius has scoreboard. The Comets will take over at their own about 5-yard line. I think they're going to put it down right on the 5, so they'll take over on their own 5. So Dickinson State just got going. First 6 possessions of the first half. Every possession half they scored on the on those possessions. That 42-7. Both teams have kind of gone into game management mode here. Hasn't been a lot of things going on, and for either team offensively, it's pretty much been ground. That 3rd quarter was 15 minutes long. It seemed like it was about 10. It zipped right through it. Trying to see who carried the ball that time. A very short gain out to about the 8-yard line. So it'll be a pickup of, let's call it 2 on the play for the Comets, and it'll bring up a 2nd down and 8 for Mayville State.
I think that was Gessel again.
I think Gessel did, yep. 37 yards rushing only for Mayville State. Just looking at some numbers. Number 30 in there for Dickinson State. Again, let's see, that is Spangler into the ball game, a linebacker. Timeout. Number 49 into the ball game. That is Jackson Mack into the contest. Number 23, Johnny McCluskey Jr. into the ball game. Let's check it. Number 23 is Patrick O'Hara, a freshman linebacker, into the ball game. So everybody getting a little bit of playing time. Everybody that I think could play probably has played in this 3rd quarter and 4th quarter for Dickinson State. The clock down to our 2-minute break. Let's take a 30-second break on Consolidated and KDIX. Blue Hawks, happy homecoming 2024. They lead 49-14. We're back in 30.
West Dakota Oil and Fitterer Oil Company proudly offers products and services that help fuel our customers' lives with clean burning propane and bulk fuel and convenient on-site delivery with premium farm and road fuels. We provide energy where and when you need it most, with locations throughout Southwest North Dakota. West Dakota Oil and Fitterer Oil Company. Locally owned, locally strong. The products you need with the service you deserve.
All right, back with you at the back. Here we go. Mayville State on the run. That's going to be a tackle right for loss. Good play over there. Let's see you get a number down there. Gotta give these young men credit. They've played a lot here in the second half. I want to say number 30 or 38. I'm just not sure. Could have been Klein, or it could have possibly been Spangler again. And on the tackle, but again, a loss of about a yard on the play for Mayville State. So it'll bring up 3rd down and 8 for Mayville State at their own 7-yard line. Down to a minute 30 remaining to play. Dickinson State in command. The Hawks will remain unbeaten in conference play. This is the beginning of the second half. They'll be off next week, then go to Jamestown Valley City, and then Dakota State back here in mid-November to close it out. So the Hawks will head into that off week with a happy homecoming victory and a very solid performance today by Dickinson State. I think we got the wrong football maybe. Let's wait and see. There we go. Now we got the right one. Clock continues to roll. Mayville State, no hurry. Dickinson State says, we'll just wait for you on a 3rd down situation. They'll work the play clock down. They're just running the play clock down. It's down to 8. They'll snap it at about 3 or 4. Delay offense here by the Comets. And there's a handoff, and not much room doing on the carry that time. Again for Mayville State, I think that was Gessel again. So Gessel will get the carry. And Gessel will get the ball out to about, the 10-yard line? Do they have to run another play?
Yep, they'll have to run one more.
Okay, so Gessel on that play picks up 3 on the play. So Gessel picks up 3. 4th down. Well, I guess he can take the snap here, and they won't. And if they don't get the first down, it'd be a change of possession, and the Hawks would just take a knee. So it doesn't really matter. Our final score is going to be 49-14. Long count. Clap of the hands. There's the snap, high snap, but Marcuson fields it, and on the carry, getting to the outside. Nice turn of the corner. And finally brought down after a pickup out across the 35. That'll be a pickup on the play of 25 yards. So that will bring an end to the ball game as time runs out. And Dickinson State comes away. Happy homecoming victory. The Blue Hawks 49. The Mayville State Comets 14. And the Hawks go on the season now to 6-1 for Dickinson State overall. And they go 5-0 in conference play. The Comets just were a game behind. They dropped 2 behind Dickinson State. They go to 4-3, and Dickinson State drops Mayville State in conference play now to 3-2. Again, 49-14. Your final quick reminder here: are you a Dickinson State alumni looking to give back to your alma mater or stay up to date on events taking place at DSU? Contact the Dickinson State Heritage Foundation. They provide scholarships for students, events for alumni throughout the year, and strives to be the premier support for the university's global learning environment. Interested in learning more? Contact the team at the DSU Foundation, Heritage Foundation, 701-483-2486, or visit the DSUHeritageFoundation.org. We'll come back. We'll have the play of the game from the Heritage Foundation, our player of the game from ND Pharmacy. That's all part of our homecoming post-game show, but happy homecoming. Great effort before a gigantic crowd today at the back. And Dickinson State wins it 49-14. We'll come back with the post-game for you in 3 minutes.
Your path might start at daybreak, getting everyone in their place. You may step out of bounds, or even out on your own. There will be big leaps forward and small steps focused on the grind. No matter what it looks like or where it goes, your path is personal, and that's what makes it powerful. Provera Bank, Insurance and Wealth. Forge your path.
Launch your TV adventure with the MyTV streaming app from Consolidated. For a limited time, you can get up to 3 free Amazon Fire Sticks, 3 months free cloud DVR service, and a 3-month speed bump to 1 gig. Plus, you'll have a chance to win one of 2 Fire TVs to be given away on December 31st. Here's what our customers are saying about the MyTV streaming app.
The service for you guys to come over and hook it up was fantastic. I love the app. It's easy to use. I would say, by all means, do it.
Make the switch and call Consolidated today. See the new lineup of Hondas and Toyotas at Dan Porter Motors. 5861.
Banking is some of the most important things in your life, and banking at the right bank is very important. We're really proud of our bank because we have great people, and our people are what make our bank go. We always want to treat our customers right and do the best job we can for them, and try to do things to help make our communities better.